Yo, what's up everybody? Today we are going to be doing some more of the Umineko playthrough. Now today is going to be really interesting, and I will not deny that for a second, because we're sort of in the midst of the Beatrice mystery and who she actually is and what's responsible for her and like what the hell she's doing. For example, getting Maria to get a message across. What is she going to do? The miracle as well. I really wonder what's actually going to happen when people start searching for the epitaph. And yeah, I just find it really quite funny that they really don't understand the urgency behind Beatrice's message. Like, she's saying, if you don't find the answer to my riddle, I will fucking kill you all. But they think they're just gonna take the inheritance or something ridiculous like that. All of the family's titles. So yeah, everyone is going to be searching for the riddle. I think today is going to be a very riddle-filled day. And I hope we get our first sort of scene with Beatrice. To be fair, that is if she actually exists. Maybe this could be some sort of ridiculous fabrication. I don't know. I think that's very unlikely. But still, it's not impossible. The strange letter that the witch entrusted to Maria wiped all of our memories from dinner or from our mind. Fair, yeah. Maria was... Yeah, funny that. Maria was repeatedly barraged with questions by Aunt Rosa and the other parents. Oh God, I became increasingly ill-tempered when they refused to believe her. Yeah, and it is fair they're refusing to believe her. It's ridiculous what she may be saying, but that's everything. Yeah, if we kids try to butt in, they'd probably ignore us. Our parents were all stirred up, firing back and forth about the gold and the distribution of the assets and completely forgetting that we were... God, that's really sad. But at the same time, the thing is, with these people, money is so important to them, and, you know, there are so many reasons money can totally change their lives that, of course, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't surprise me. It makes sense. Yeah, I'd already guessed they'd been talking like this in the shadows, but I hadn't thought they'd be so... Oh, yeah, definitely. But the thing is, this is a time of urgency. It really is. Yeah, it gave all of us kids a considerable shock. From what we could overhear, all the parents wanted more money as soon as possible. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Back and forth about grandfather's inheritance. Yep. Yeah, back and forth about the distribution of gold if it was found. Yeah, Kraus getting like 75% of them. Percent of it. And advance payments and cash. Yep. 750 million. It was so despicable I could hardly bear to watch. Even though one of them was my father. Oh my God, I know. I mean, it's probably really quite bad seeing like such a ridiculously greed-orientated conversation, but then when you realise somebody from your family is actually taking part in that conversation, it must be awful. Fair. It looked like Jessica felt the same way. Yeah, I don't blame them. We left our seats without being asked to. Yeah. And went to hang out somewhere well away from our parents. Fair enough. I get it. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the only thing they're probably going to talk about is just money, and... money, maybe. Now, I totally see why grandfather hates coming down for meals. Yeah, no, I don't blame them. I'm so disillusioned with our parents right now. All that about money and inheritance. That is actually a really good question. I mean, if you're going to talk about something as serious as that, like, why are you... Well, like she said, why are you acting as if... Well, acting where everyone can hear you? Like, you would have thought this is a really serious matter. Why would... I mean, people like George, for example, they're not really related to the whole, I suppose, parents that... Well, then, I suppose Battler, George, Jessica, like, they're old enough to understand everything they're saying. You would have thought that there should be a little bit of secrecy to what they're saying. I don't know. And also because a lot of these things, because it will reveal their true greed. So, yeah, as a result, it'll really ruin their reputation, which is, yeah, and other people's view of them. Yeah, damn, well, I'm already completely disillusioned with my old bastard. There's no way I can think of any... God damn. He's not really taking this seriously. I can't tell if this is a joke or if it's not a joke, because, yeah, obviously whatever happened with him and his mother, his previous mother, not Kirie. Well, Kirie's a stepmother, but still. No, wait. Yeah. Yeah, that really is sad. That's exactly the same for me. Still, that freaking shocked me. I don't blame him. Shocked me to the core. It must just be so disgusting to hear your parents, people that are so related, so close to you, just ultimately behaving like greedy pigs, just trying to get all of the money for themselves, not regarding the fact that there is actually somebody's life behind this inheritance. Jessica looked down at the floor, irritated. Yeah, she was always talking about how bad her parents were. Oh, damn. Yeah, I can imagine Natsuhi being... I could imagine her being very, very pushy. But maybe she hadn't really felt that way deep inside. Yeah, I agree. I mean, she would be a lot worse of a person if she did, I think. The depths of Jessica's shock made that clear. Yeah, fair, yeah. You're all minors being supported by your parents, so you might not understand. God, no. No, but getting money is neither simple nor a pretty thing. Yeah, I won't try to force you to understand right now since you're still kids. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but it must just be so horrible seeing like all of your family entirely argue about a matter that you would have thought is so trivial. But the only thing is I suppose they are doing what's best for them and their family. If they get this money, their family will be benefited. Oh, great. Yeah, George Aniki's got all mature. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, George Nissan, I know you're working hard as a full-fledged member of society. He is, yeah. There's a difference between negotiation and, like Jessica said, being a total greedy prat, really. If it were only for my own benefit, then no, I wouldn't want to do that. Oh, but he probably would because it's for other people's benefits. Yeah, that's really understandable. So, I mean, even though the greed is totally awful, you do need to see it from their point of view and how ridiculously important the money is for them. However, when your family and your employees, your subordinates and their families, yeah, their families as well, there are so many people. And, yeah, are all counting on you. There are some times where you must fight. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I hate that kind of fight. Yeah, understandable. I mean, that back forth about grandfather's inheritance just makes me want to puke. To be honest, I am actually kind of surprised. I would not be surprised whatsoever if this was a reaction to her because they were really close to their grandfather, but they're not close whatsoever. So it's just kind of surprising that she's this annoyed about it, really. God, Jessica pretended to spit violently. That harsh reaction made the depths of her pain very clear. Yeah, fair. Let's stop talking about this. It's gonna become your problem very soon, I think. All this about grandfather's hidden gold, property, and inheritance is our parents' problem, not ours. Yeah, fair. But yeah. I mean, it is. I suppose it is being made their problem, but it isn't their problem necessarily. I agree. Yeah, fair. At the very least, I think children have a duty to be considerate and stay out of their parents' way when they're talking together. Fair. Sounds pretty boring. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I suppose. Yeah, I mean. Everyone knows the phrase, adults are filthy. Yeah, but we have now seen that for ourselves, and that really did give us a considerable shock. That's actually really quite interesting, that. Yeah, I suppose you can always hear the stereotypes and all of the commonplace beliefs, but when you actually see them, that's when they really, really hit. Yeah. George Aniki was pretty much an adult, and I'd already been disillusioned with my dad. So the shock wasn't that big for us. Yeah, when he says disillusioned, does he just mean totally disheartened by his acts? I've never actually... Oh, interesting. Disappointment resulting in, you know, the belief that his father was not as good as he thought he should have been. Interesting. Disillusion. What a weird, weird way. There are some words that have the weirdest prefixes. Like, there's realising, and then there's derealising, for example. Like, what a weird and odd choice of word. And same for disillusioned. I mean, how could you have something that's opposite of being illusioned? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely, because she always had total pride in her parents, I'm assuming, and, you know... Oh, she just really appreciated them, really. But that's fair enough, to be seeing really, really nice and good parents just totally being, you know, as she said, greedy vultures. I mean... Yeah, apparently she received a bigger blow than I thought. She always talks badly about her parents, but it looks like she hasn't changed at all on the inside. Even now, she's still a pure-hearted, delicate person who can't doubt others. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, obviously she doubts. She doesn't really like some of the things her parents do, i.e. education-related stuff, but it's still for her sake. It's because they want her to have a good future. But this is just, there's no positive aspect about this. I'm sure she respected her parents as much as anyone else does. And then her parents started raging about going, money, money, inheritance, inheritance, my money, shit, right in front of all the other parents and the children. Yeah, it's no surprise she received such a shock from him. Yeah. In front of the children as well. Why would you talk about stuff like that in front of them? Like, you would have thought that would be a little bit, like, well, firstly, irrelevant, and secondly, too stressful for them? Yeah, fair. Jessica-chan. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, please don't start hating your mother or father. Yeah, I won't ask you to understand them, but at least don't hate them. God damn. I mean, just from that reaction, you can really tell that this was way too much for her. Okay, just leave me alone for a bit. 6 years ago, I would have kept taunting Jessica even after she got all dejected. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, but I guess I really have grown over the last 6 years. I realised it would be better to leave Jessica alone right now. Agreed, yeah. Jessica suddenly looked away sulkily. Oh, God, and left the parlour. Yeah, that is a shame. It is a shame she has to see this really bad side of her parents. Definitely not one that's discussed at home. God. Yeah, she probably wanted to be alone for a while. No, I don't disagree. I can do nothing but wordlessly watch her back as she left. Yeah, that is tricky. I wonder where she's going to go. Now, that is a good point. I was thinking about that. Yeah, I come to think about it. I wonder where Maria-chan went. I thought she was just there. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably pouting in front of the portrait. Maria truly looked up to Beatrice. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. And she'd expected that coming in direct contact with Beatrice and receiving the letter as proof would surprise everyone and make them happy. No way. However, the adults had doubted its authenticity, thoroughly bombarding Maria with questions and refusing to accept her story. Yeah, even for me, it wasn't hard to imagine how much that must have hurt Maria. Oh my God, I know. Whenever you've, I don't know, just had something really interesting you want to share with people, but then instead of them, you know, taking it really happily, they, I don't know, either bully you for it, laugh at it, or in this case, you know, give you a hard time, give you a hassle over it, really. It is a tricky one. It really is. God, I really need to keep... There is so much dust in my keyboard. Holy fuck. Yeah, we couldn't speak to Maria or Jessica. In the end, George, Aniki and I just abandoned ourselves to the sound of the falling rain in the dark night. Yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, at least that's the most peaceful thing going on. At least the rain doesn't have any monetary status. Me too, actually. Yeah, I wonder what's happening with that typhoon. Maybe there's something about it on the news. If they actually miss Monday. Oh, I so wish I could miss Monday tomorrow. Fucking hate Mondays. Worst school day. George Aniki started walking over to the corner of the parlour where the television was. He hadn't called me over, and I really couldn't have cared less where the typhoon was on the sea runner. Fair, yeah. So without going over the television, I loitered around the window. Yeah, fair. Oh, Kitty is here. Yeah, somebody's probably had enough. The wind hasn't picked up that much here, but I wonder if it's horrible over the sea. I did hear about a severe storm warning on the weather report. Oh. Kirie-san. Oh, Kirie-san.
大人たちの積もる話はどんな感じなんすか?
I take it those big talks between the adults are going smoothly, huh? She seemed to catch the sarcasm. Oh, yeah, good one. Yeah, Kirie-san shrugged. Yeah. Oh my god, I know. I wonder if that stomachache of a discussion will continue all night. I mean, you know if it's depressing, if it's a stomachache of a discussion. Oh my god, I really hope we actually get an insight into just how chaotic and stressful this discussion is, because I'm assuming it's bad. Yeah, it's not going to be fun. Yep. Well then, please enjoy playing vultures to grandfather's property as much as you'd like. Yeah, seriously, yeah. Yeah. That's good, yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Well, she kind of has done, but yeah. Why is she just saying, if I could? I mean, she kind of is, like, not in there right now. If I could just slip away like you, I'd do it. Unfortunately, I can't. Well, I suppose it has a lot more importance to her. Even if I'm not allowed to speak? God, that's unbelievable. So she has to stay there in that hellish discussion, and yet she can't speak. That's actually really quite funny with Natsuhi. She is a spouse, she is not allowed to speak, and yet she has done. She has done a lot. She's spoken so much that, you know, she's been, I suppose, evicted from the conversation beforehand. God, her headache, she must be having pain in her head. Kirie-san took a deep breath, smiling bitterly. Yeah. That's right. They probably wouldn't let Kirie-san speak, since she only married into the family. Yeah, that's brutal. Still, as Dad's partner, she's had no choice but to stay in by his side and support him. Yeah, she's probably had to bear the full brunt of this mental pressure much more than me. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. I wasn't going to apologise, but realising that I'd spoken too harshly. Yeah, I cut the sarcasm for the time being. Fair. It's still nice to make light of the situation. So how does it look? Yeah. Are they still stuck on the topic of the mysterious witch, Beatrice? More or less.
おじいさまが亡くなった時の遺産分配について兄弟4人で話をまとめようとずっと密約を重ねてきた。
Those four siblings are always piling up secret agreements when they come together to discuss the division of grandfather's inheritance.
そこへ未知の5人目が現れて話をややこしくしようっていうんだから。
Oh, that's interesting.
穏便な話のわけもない。
Oh, no way. No way. Scandal. Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting that it could have potentially been a fake scandal, because obviously they're not going to believe in a fucking witch, they're adults. Yeah. They're saying that some unknown fifth person has appeared and is trying to make things even more complicated, and there's no way that went for a peaceful conversation. Yeah, just when you think they're snarling at each other, they've set up a common front. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, Natsuhi-san not the only one getting headaches. Yeah, on the other hand, they all want a larger portion than the other siblings, so they're all rivals. Yeah, it is tricky. It's just a game. Who can get the most money, really? But on the other hand, they don't want 1 yen to be snatched up by anyone other than the sibling. Yeah, that makes no sense. So they're all allies. Yeah, so they're allies and yet they're enemies. They're enemies because they're literally trying to compete to see who gets the most money. And yet they're allies because they don't want somebody to... Well, I suppose this one person is going to collectively harm all of their, quantities of money. It must be really quite awful having, 3 siblings, 4 kids in total with Kinzos. And all they can do is argue about greed. It's just so sad. Like, have a relationship, man. But at the same time, this is how businessmen operate, really. Well, some of them. Quite a few of them, to be honest. I hadn't been told the details, but the siblings were apparently discussing how to protect their shares under various situations. Oh, God. Yeah, I could not imagine that being peaceful. Setting up ceasefire agreements and rules to prevent anyone from getting an unfair advantage. Even preparing to resort to legal action if absolute. God damn. That they would go this far to preserve their shares was so beyond disgusting that you just had to acknowledge their resilience. Oh, yeah, fair enough, yeah. I mean, they have undying resilience, they genuinely do. But at the same time, I think this is one of the situations where you do have to see it through the point of the adults as well. It's disgusting for the kids, but at the same time, it's not fun and games for the adults either. God damn.
ってことは差し詰め
Yeah, so basically...
ベアトリーチはじいさまからの資格ってとこですか
Yeah, I like that. Bitches is like an assassin sent by grandfather.
自分抜きで遺産の分配なんて話を勝手に進めてた息子たちに一泡吹かせたかったんだろうぜ
Yeah, he probably wanted to scare the hell out of his children for talking about the inheritance without him. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if he was always in the room when the inheritance was being talked about beforehand. It's actually really quite funny. Could you imagine if Beatrice... I mean, it wouldn't actually be surprising if, Beatrice could potentially be some sort of... It could be some real con man or woman that has been sent by Kinzo. Who knows, though? Who is this Beatrice, I wonder? Yeah, definitely, yeah. If it's about grandfather's hidden gold and they're in cahoots together, if Beatrice is a human and as opposed to a witch, and this is just some sort of, I don't know, fabrication, trying to mask it as something really, really supernatural, then yeah, she's definitely been told about it. Who is this Beatrice, I wonder? If everything she claims is true, then she's a mystery figure that nobody knew about until today. And she also knows about grandfather's hidden gold. It is interesting that you could think that. On top of that, she was even entrusted with the head's ring. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she must have truly been trusted by him. There could be an explanation of thievery, maybe. I don't really know. There are a lot of theories. I mean, I don't really get why she would be a thief, but maybe she could be... I don't know. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea. It is really quite interesting, though, with this, because, you could either think that Beatrice is a witch, go the easy way out, or you could think that this could potentially be some sort of human perpetrator that's trying to... I don't really know what the point of this is. It's just to maybe rile everyone up, honestly, and annoy them, and get revenge for not discussing their inheritance with him. Yeah, well, obviously I don't think she's a witch riding on a broom. Yeah, definitely, yeah. She could perfectly be human. But at the same time, the gold-related thing doesn't really explain her humanity. Like, how can you just summon 10 tons of gold. But there's no doubt she's a mysterious person who's earned the right to be called a witch.
Yeah, no,
I know. If only Maria-chan would go into more detail about that. It's sad, yeah. And the thing is about Maria, she's not exactly one who can... You know, she's a sensitive type. Must be awful for her. She's very easily provoked. Everyone's been smothering her, even though she's just a... That's horrible. Jesus, they really scared her, and some things they might have asked now can't be asked. I wonder if those people ever even read The North Wind and the Sun.
確かなのは、マリアがベアトリーチェと名乗る人物から手紙を
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, what we do know is that Maria received a letter from a person who took the name Beatrice. Yeah.
自分で現れて直接話せばいいものも、手紙を託して今もどこかに身を潜めているっていう
that is fair enough.
シャイな怪人物ですけどね。
She's definitely trying her hardest to really lurk in the shadows. That's absurd, though. They're asking her things that, you know, should never be asked, really. She's only 9 as well.
Ne, Batara-kun.
Hey, Batara-kun.
Beatrice なんて人物が本当にいると思う?
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I think a lot less things would actually add up if she didn't exist, but maybe she didn't. Who knows? Nothing can explain the event with Maria if she doesn't exist. Apart from a hallucination. But how do hallucinations give umbrellas to people? Yeah, that just doesn't make sense. To be fair, I don't know. There's no way.
So,
who knows? Yeah, and the envelope as well, obviously.
ね
Doesn't it really seem like a false name? I mean, it's very odd and very
様の代
foreign.
理人としてその妄想の中の魔女の名を名乗ることを許されたとか
Doesn't it really seem like a false name? Like, she's grandfather's representative, so she was given permission to take the name of the witch from his delusions. Oh, that's interesting. So somebody that is grandfather's representative, so... Yeah, that's interesting. So he could be saying that, you know, the witch that was a product of grandfather's delusions was actually the mysterious appearance this person is stealing, I suppose. Yeah, interesting, that. No, that's not what I meant.
今この六軒島には全部で18人いるの。
Right now, there's a total of 18 people on Rokkenjima.
19人目が存在すると思う?
You really do wonder. Like, genuinely. It's either one of them or it's another person. It's impossible to tell, but I think it's more likely that it's another person. Are there really a full 18 people on this island right now? Yeah, wondering about that. I began counting on my fingers, and it really did come out to that many. Yeah!
19人目が存在すると思う
Do I think that a 19th person exists?
どういう意味ですか
What exactly do you mean?
言葉通りの意味よ。
Just what I said.
マリアちゃんに傘を貸した人物は私たち18人の中にはいないらしい。
Yeah, the person who lent Maria that umbrella supposedly wasn't one of us 18. Yeah, it is odd. It really is odd. Like, genuinely, it just makes so little sense. Yeah.
なら19人目がいて、その人物がマリアちゃんに傘を貸したと思うのが妥当じゃない？
Yeah, so isn't it natural to assume that a 19th person exists, and that this person lent Maria the umbrella? Maybe.
そうなりますね
Yeah, I agree. Well, sure, it looks like... Well, yeah, it sure looks like that way.
ならその人物は今どこにいるの？
That's a really good question. Yeah, then where exactly is this
少
person right
な
now?
くとも
How
雨
could
が
she
降
have
り出
not
した
been
瞬間
noticed?
には島にいた。
At the very least, she must have been on the island when it started raining. Maybe she was in the forest.
そしてその後はどんどん天気は悪化して、とても船なんか出せない状態。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Maybe hiding in the forest would be possible, but it kind of depends on when we see her, because that could be a very theoretical route for her to take. She could be hiding with the gold. That is, if it's actually on the island. I don't know if it would be, but, yeah.
となればその人物はまだ島の中にいて
Yeah.
どこかで雨宿りをしていなくてはな
In
ら
that case, that person must still be on the island, hiding from the rain somewhere. Yeah, I
私
agree.
たち誰の目にも触れずね
Yeah, without any of us spotting her. But this is a massive mansion, to be fair.
俺たちは屋敷やゲストハウスの
Okay,
中
that
を
is
勝
weird,
手にう
yeah.
ろつき回ってました
Yeah,
が
that is weird.
誰も19人目なんかには会ってないわけですよね
True, we've all been randomly prowling all over the mansion and the guest house, but nobody has bumped into a 19th person. Yeah, that is odd.
でもまあ
True.
これだけ
I
の
agree.
広さのある島ですし
But the island is
屋
huge.
敷やゲストハウス以外に雨宿りできるところだってあるのかも
Maybe. There might be other places to take shelter from the rain, other than the mountain and the guest... Mountain? Mansion and the guest house. How the fuck did I read mountain? And about this time, I began to realise what direction Kirie-san's suspicions were taking us in. Kirie-san was denying that a 19th person existed. That is interesting. Beatrice was one of us 18. In other words, she thought somebody we knew well was tricking her. Yeah, that's
ベアトリーチェ
interesting.
が自称する通りならその人物は間違いな
Definitely,
く
yeah, yeah, yeah.
最高の賓客よ
Yeah, if anything, why would you make your presence known, but at the same time not actually show up? It's just a little bit too oddly mysterious. If Beatrice is who she claims, she would surely be the most honoured of guests. Yeah, and the fact that Beatrice isn't actually here as well, it's odd. But at the same time, when you know Kinzo's intentions, then that does kind of make sense, because obviously when she actually appears and when Kinzo eventually comes down to dinner, everything is going to be over, I'm assuming. I don't know. And magic is going to begin. Definitely, the most honoured of confidants, trusted by grandfather. Yeah, there's no way grandfather wouldn't give that kind of person a warm reception. She would certainly have been ushered into the mansion. Yeah. Yeah. However, we haven't seen anyone like that.
待ってくださいよそれはちょいと性急な推理じゃないですか
But wait a sec. Is this line of reasoning a bit too hasty?
誰の目にも触れてはいないけれどだからって19人目を否定することにはならないんじゃないですか
True. Yeah. I mean, just because this person hasn't made themselves prominent and just because of their severe importance doesn't mean that they never exist. I agree. Sure, no one spotted this person, but that doesn't mean that you can't deny the possibility a 19th person exists.
何かの理由があってこっそり上陸してずっと隠れているのかも
Yeah, maybe for some reason they landed on this island stealthily. Yeah, and have been hiding ever since.
悪魔の証明ってやつっすよ
That's what they call a devil's proof.
いることを証明するのはたやすい
Oh yeah, it's easy to prove
ベ
something
アトリーチェっ
exists.
てやつが俺たちの前に現れて挨拶すりゃ解決する
I love how casual he is about this. If this Beatrice person appears in front of all of us and says hi, then it's
で
settled.
も19人目がいないことを証明するのは
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so easy for this to actually be proven or disproven, but at the same time, like, it's so unlikely to happen, and it's so simple once the proof is given, but when it is not, is the most complex thing. Yeah. But the only thing is, it is interesting because these people don't really know the motives of Beatrice that much, so why has she been hiding? Yeah, I mean, obviously they don't really suspect anything threatening their lives is going to be happening, but yeah. Oh god. I really do wonder what's going to happen. This is just, I have no idea. It's one of those things where you know what's going to happen, but you have no idea how it's going to happen. Or at least you think you know what happens. I'm happy. I've watched the anime of Umineko, but I've totally forgotten nearly all of it. So, yeah, it's crap anime, to be fair. It's really forgettable. The only good thing about the anime is the opening, and I think the opening is very good. But that's the only thing. The opening is very good, actually. I can't deny that. Yes. Yeah, Batora-kun, your way of reasoning isn't bad.
19人目の存在を認めるにも
Agreed.
否定するにも
Yeah.
情報が足りない
To be fair, you can make a very, very realistic claim that there is a 19th person, but at the same time, it's really bad because, like, you don't have enough information, and both of these, like, if there's an 18th person, that means one of them is going to be, well, one of them is playing tricks, and one of them has an ulterior motive, really. Whereas if it's not one of them, then what the hell is going to happen, is the question. Because the thing is, if it's not one of those people, then it really is unknown.
But チェス盤をひっくり返して考えると、ほぼ19人目はありえないって断言できちゃうのよ。
That's interesting. But if you spin the chessboard around and think that way, we can deny the existence of a 19th person with a near certainty. Spin the chessboard around was one of Gideon-san's favourite phrases. Yeah, I find it really quite interesting that these people were really... A lot of people were... Oh, yeah. A lot of people really have associations with chess in this family, it seems. I've been influenced by those words and used them myself from time to time. Yeah, fair. Just totally turn everything around. So I suppose it's saying, like, well, if you spin the board around, if you consider something that is opposite to what you normally would have thought. It does sound kind of cool, yeah. I think it sounds cheesy, but in Japanese it probably would be cool. When you get stuck trying to find a new move in chess or shogi, what the hell is shogi? I've heard of it, but... Oh, it's a strategy board game, right. Wow. Oh, there's an online one. It really looks like Minesweeper. So it's basically Japanese chess. When you get stuck trying to find a move in chess or shogi, then by spinning the board around and looking at everything from your opponent's standpoint, you can often see a strategy that will give you the upper hand. Yeah, fair enough, actually. Yeah, so if you... Yeah, so that's a metaphor of let's consider the other perspectives so that we can get an advance on our own perspective. It means turning things around and putting yourself in the opponent's shoes. Yeah, fair. Yeah. You see?
仮に19人目の人物としてベアトリーチェが実在したとして、
Let's say that a 19th person called Beatrice
その人
actually
物は
exists.
誰にも知られることなく、こっそりとこの島に上陸し、
Yeah,
ず
it
っ
is
と
weird.
隠れていた。
It's possible though, the island is big. That person must have managed, without being seen by anyone, to stealthily arrive on the island and remain hidden ever since.
何かの理由があってね。
Maybe they had some
な
reason,
ら
okay?
どうしてわざわざ姿を現してマリアちゃんに手紙を
Yeah,
渡した
definitely,
の？
because if this is a real person, then isn't that going to be a little bit risky of being... of exposure? In that case, why did they go to all the trouble of appearing before Maria and handling her the letter? It really was a contradiction. Yeah, if they had some reason for hiding themselves, then they should have stayed hidden the whole time. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. But I suppose they may have things that they need to achieve, and this is definitely something that's going to be very big. So, yeah, it is an essential means of them. It is an essential reason to not be hiding, I suppose. But even so, they had appeared openly in front of Maria. But that follows a big thing that impacts. Like, if they don't appear openly in front of Maria, then the plot can't advance, really. Nothing can happen with what she's intending to do. So she has to make a risk.
ほら、マリアも言ってた。
Wait, Maria said
メ
it
ッセンジャー
herself.
にされたって言ってたじゃないですか。
Yeah, she said the witch made her a
マリアが
messenger.
一番年下で素直そうだったからじゃ。
Yeah, fair. Maybe that's because Maria was the youngest and looked the most obedient. Also, the one that was totally
メ
alone
ッセンジャーなんて必要
in a
なの？
place nobody would want to go to. Why would they need a messenger?
手紙を親族会議の席上に送りたかったら郵送すればいいだけの話よ。
Yeah, that is fair enough. No, but at the same time, I feel like if, you know, somebody unbiased and sort of indifferent to all of the conflict is actually reading it, I don't know, I just feel like the message is going to be better conveyed. And we saw that weird stuff about what happened with Maria's voice. Like, we saw the fact that when she was reading it, I don't know, it was as if she had a really, really different sort of tone to her voice, and she could read it totally fluently. Even though I remember her trying to read something before, she struggled a bit. You know, obviously, kanji is hard. But, yeah, it doesn't really make much sense, though. If they just wanted a letter delivered to the family conference, they could have mailed it. True.
4人の兄弟全員に郵送すれば黙殺することも
Yeah,
でき
definitely.
ない。
If they mailed it to each of the 4 siblings, nobody
手
would have
紙
been
を
able
持
to
参して
ignore it.
こっそり手渡す理由がないのよ。
There was no need for this person to carry it themselves and secretly deliver it by hand. All that does is really strengthen the mystery of who they are. And I suppose it increases the hostility. Let's think about this from the stuff we know that they don't know. So, if there's a mystery of... Oh my god, I hate this. It's really distracting. I wish it didn't move so badly. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, so I'm assuming that if...
確かに
So, I'm assuming that... Let's just think about this. So, what they want to do is basically increase the risk and they want to make the highest risky and most risky possible situation where, you know, it has the risk of everyone dying if odds go wrong. So, most magic can be created and, you know, Beatrice can be revived as a result of that. That's Kinzo's motive. So, I feel as if... I don't know, it's really quite odd though, because I was going to say that delivering it by hand kind of gives the mystery of who Beatrice still is, and I suppose there's more to be contemplated and it's harder to solve the riddle. But that kind of contradicts what I was saying though, because that decreases the risk if it's... No. Why no? No, it will increase the risk. It will decrease the risk of them actually trying the riddle, but that, combined with it increasing the risk of death from not being able to solve it because they don't even trust who the messenger was themselves and they get suspicious of each other, that's going to totally increase the possibility they have of dying. Which will increase the risk, I suppose. Because at least if they had knowledge of what was actually going on, they would be able to... If they had knowledge of what was actually happening regarding Beatrice and that she actually did exist, then at least they would have actually been able to know that was the only thing they could do. So they have more possibility of solving it. So that, I suppose, a little bit of a reduced risk. But here you're going to have everyone turning in on each other, and then you're probably just going to have increased conflicts, and they're not going to be able to work together whatsoever. Hopefully my line of reasoning is alright. I don't know, I kind of felt like I was dying inside trying to just voice that out. But I feel like this is going to provoke the mystery more. It is still odd. That does sound pretty weird. It is odd that this has happened. It doesn't really make much sense.
ベアトリーチェが存在していて、その存在をアピールしたいなら、みんなの前に堂々と姿を現せばいいだけの話。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. In the first place, if Beatrice existed and wanted to make her presence known to everyone, then she could have just openly presented
な
herself
の
to
に
all
現
of
れ
us.
ず、マリアちゃんという小さな子を通して、おぼろげな輪郭
Yeah,
だけで
definitely,
そ
yeah.
の存在を主張しようとする曖昧さ。
Despite that, she chose the vague method of appearing through a little girl called Maria-chan and only gave us a vague impression of who she was. Contradiction.
もっと考えて。
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, I suppose that would kinda... Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, it doesn't really... So she doesn't want to make her existence known to everyone, but why? That's what they need to ask.
マリアちゃんの前に姿を現し、19人目の存在を印象づけるという点と、
She appeared
に
in
も
front of
かかわ
Maria,
らず、
trying to give us the impression that a 19th person existed, and yeah...
今この瞬間も私たちの前に姿を
Yeah, it
現
is
さず
odd.
隠れ続けている点、
She still hasn't appeared before us and is hiding somewhere at this very
こ
moment.
れらの矛盾、
Yeah, think about those
これを
contradictions.
念頭に置いた上でチェス盤をひっくり返すの。
Yeah, fair, when you look in the other person's shoes and see how their potential viewpoint could... It's kind of hard to do that when you don't even know who the other person is, but just assuming that somebody may actually be responsible for something, and yeah, if you just assume that, for example, Beatrice exists in this case, yeah, then you could think, you need to look at various ways, like, both of them contradict each other, I agree. Yeah.
つまり 19人目の人物としてベアトリーチェがいると印象づけたい人物の目論みは何かよ。
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I agree. Crime. Crime, 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 because it can be concealed by an identity that is, well, supernatural, impossible, not likely to be questioned. This could potentially be a human murderer. And in theory, they could have somehow dressed up as Beatrice. No, but it still doesn't explain how they got the letter. The letter leads me to believe that I think it's a lot more likely Beatrice exists. But maybe it could be Kinzo, maybe it's somebody... Well, Kinzo did actually say that, you know, he wanted everyone to be killed. So maybe this could be somebody that Kinzo's given the letter to and, you know, obviously has given this to Maria, cosplayed as Beatrice, and then, yeah, ran off. But at the same time, how were they not seen? Yeah. I can't disprove this. Like, no way. No way.
If
this person wanted to hide, then they wouldn't have made their presence known. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah. And if they wanted to show themselves, they wouldn't have used the roundabout approach of entrusting somebody with a letter. Yeah. Which means...
簡単よ。
It's simple.
ベアトリーチェは18人の中にいるのよ。
That is interesting. That's such a logical conclusion. Beatrice is one of the 18 people.
18人以外の人物が存在するような幻想を作り出しているのよ。
That's why they want to create the illusion that there are more than 18
これ見
people.
よがしな19人目のアピール。
Yeah, the 19th person was revealed so spectacularly.
それで得をするのは姿を潜めた19人目じゃない。
If someone were to profit from this, it wouldn't be some 19th person in
すで
hiding.
にいる18人の方なのよ。
It would be one of the original
も
18
ちろ
people.
んこの推理は穴だらけ。
It is, I agree. Of
いく
course,
つか
this
の前
reasoning
提
is
が
full
ひ
of
っくり
holes.
返るだけですぐに崩れる脆いものだけど。
Yeah. You can only think of a conclusion, you can't really think of why for any of the reasons that support your conclusion. If you turn over even a few of its premises, it's simply
私は
falling
ほぼ間
apart.
違いないと見てるわ。
But I'm almost certain, completely certain it's correct. It is interesting, I really do wonder. Why would they be concealing their name under Beatrice, though? In other words, getting away with murder, that's... If there are 18 people, then that is my theory to the extent of this. They're probably going to murder for profit. Somehow. Let me just add. I'm sorry, but it's going to be so difficult and so probability-based to murder somebody that's also in a diner full of people. I mean, you could do it to be fair, but you'd have to be, firstly, an assassin, secondly, it wouldn't be possible because of alibi-related stuff. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It really is. Well, poison! Poison! Have you forgot about that? This is starting to feel pretty creepy. Fair, yeah. Somebody lent Maria the umbrella and handed her the letter. Yeah. Supposedly, none of the 18 did this, and yet Beatrice was hidden among these 18. Yeah, it is weird. What was this person planning? Hiding their true form and pretending to be Beatrice? Yeah, you
マリアちゃんの
really
自作自演も疑
do
ったんだけど、
wonder. Oh God, no
文
way!
章の内容が非常に
Yeah,
手
yeah,
が込んで
exactly,
て、マリアちゃんが自前で用意したとは考えがたい。
Understandable because of how different her voice sounds. Yeah, I suspected that it might have been Maria-chan play acting, but the contents of the message were extremely complicated, and it's hard to imagine
で
Maria-chan
も
was writing that
マリア
herself.
ちゃんが何者かと共謀している可能性も否定できないわ。
Yeah, somebody may have manipulated her. I mean, she's a child, of course she's easy to manipulate. However, I can't deny the possibility that Maria-chan is working together with somebody.
おいおい
But yeah,
マ
I
リアは
agree.
9歳のお子様だぜ
Yeah, but manipulation. Maria's a 9-year-old kid, right?
誰と何を共謀するってんだよ
yeah, what could she be planning and with whom? Yeah.
しかも愚直で真面目で素直なあの性分だぜ。
That's true, it does contradict that. And what about her straightforward, overly honest, obedient nature?
ええ、私もマリアちゃんの性分
Yeah,
は
but you
よ
don't
く
need
理
to be a
解し
good
てい
person
る
to
わ。
commit a crime. Well, you don't need to be a bad person to commit a crime, sorry. Yeah, yes, I also understand what kind of person
でも
Maria-chan is.
だからこそあり得ると思うの。
That's exactly why I think it's possible.
魔女に憧れ、その存在を盲信している夢見がちな少女。
Yeah, so if somebody actually proves to her and somehow makes it seen as if they are a witch, then yeah, of course she would be convinced. That girl's a dreamer who can't help but look up and blindly accept the
そこ
witches,
にベアト
the
リーチェ
existence
と名
of
乗る
witches.
人物が現れて魔女だと名乗ったら、彼女はそれを大喜びで鵜呑みにして信じるんじゃないかしら。
Yeah, so if a person appeared in front of her and claimed to be the witch Beatrice, yeah, Maria-chan would happily swallow it up, I think.
つまりあの肖像画のごついドレスを着て変装すれば
Yeah, as I said, Beatrice
難しくない
cosplay.
と。
So you're saying that if somebody disguised themselves by wearing that fancy dress from the portrait, tricking Maria wouldn't be hard whatsoever. Why would
その論
she
法になっちゃうと
disagree?
私たち女性陣はみんな疑われちゃうことになるんだけどね。
Well, I think if Kiri is talking about this, well, you can't fully rule her out. Maybe she's the one behind this. Who knows? Of course, with that reasoning, all of us women would become the primary
とにかく
suspects.
マリアちゃんが何者に出会ったのか、
Yeah. Anyway, who did
それ
Maria-chan
の詳
encounter?
細を聞くことがこ
Oh
の
yeah,
謎を解
definitely,
く
yeah.
一番にして最も身近な鍵なのよ。
Learning the details of that question would be the best key to solving this riddle. I agree, yeah. Yeah.
「しかしその鍵は少女の心の奥にかたくなに閉ざされてしまったわ。
Yeah. But this key has been firmly locked away inside Maria-chan's
み
heart.
んなが頭ごなしに魔女の存在を否定し、一体その人物は誰なのかと問い詰めすぎた。
Yeah, they should probably just focus on who the person who had actually talked to her was, and what they looked like as well. Everyone denied the existence of the witch without listening to her. Yeah, interesting that they never considered that there may have been a 19th person, because there may have been somebody who really wants to conceal themselves. But why? Everyone denied the existence of the witch without listening to her, barraging her with too much with questions about who Beatrice
マリア
actually
ちゃんは
was.
当分大人には心を開かないでしょうね。
Agreed, yeah, she probably won't open her heart up to the adults now. Yeah, that is tricky. In the dim hall. Oh god, oh, that's awful. In front of the portrait of Beatrice, Maria was sobbing. I don't blame her. Firstly, she's been rejected by everyone. The thing that she obviously saw hasn't been believed by everyone, and we know what happens when, you know, she really wants to share something but nobody believes it whatsoever, and everyone dismisses it and everyone calls it out as lies. And also, that must have been so fucking unpleasant to her. I mean, come on. That's horrible. Nobody believes I met Beatrice. Even though I showed them the letter Beatrice gave, they still don't believe. Oh god. God, that really is sad, I mean. Yeah, that really must be tough.
とにかく鍵はマリアちゃんが握ってるわ。
Yeah, anyway, Maria-chan's
ベア
holding
ト
the
リー
key.
チェが18人の中にいるのか、19人目なのか。
Fair, but the only thing is you really think that
それを知る鍵をね。
key's going to be able to be accessed because, you know, she's just been totally rejected by everyone around her. Of course she's not going to want to tell anyone anything. She's not going to be in the mood. Anyway, Maria-chan's holding the key. The key to whether Beatrice is one of the 18th people or a 19th person. Yeah, Maria's stubborn, right? Yeah, definitely. When that girl gets angry, it's pretty hard to make her feel better. I feel really bad for her, I do, I mean. It is interesting, though. She may have been manipulated, even though she's thinking these things, it's possible. Agreed, yeah, Bataraku, I think a kid like you would be better at cheering her up than an adult like me. After she's feeling better, try asking. Yeah, good one. I know you don't care about all this back and forth about the inheritance. Oh my god, I know. I get what she means, but don't you find this Western Mansion mystery situation exciting? Yeah! Is there an 18th or a 19th person? And if there are extra people, why? Who in the world was this? Who in the world is this person who gave Maria-chan the letter? Fair enough. It makes your intellectual curiosity ache. Yeah, fair. That is fair, the fact that you aren't completely destroyed. You aren't Natsuhi, for example. You're actually pretty tough, considering you're still excited after being dragged through that endless money talk. Fair, yeah. That's gonna be pretty amazing. Yeah, I shrugged exasperatedly. But I did notice something. Kiria noticed how dejected I was after overhearing our parents' turbulent discussion. That's really nice of her, yeah, and was probably trying to clear the air. That is nice, yeah. At the very least, I'd recovered enough to voice my complaint. Yeah, she wasn't my real mother, so I've never felt like calling her mum. Oh, she's still really nice. Yeah. But it did make me think she's a real adult. Oh! Damn! That was the last person I was actually expecting to see here. I don't really think things have gone well. So this is where you were. Kiria, you really took your time fixing your makeup, didn't you? I think I'll make a habit of going out to touch on my makeup too. He has makeup? That's kind of sad. I hope he doesn't. I hope that was a joke. I'm sorry. That's actually really good. She's still trying to buy the excuse. A woman's makeup taking so long time. So? Yeah, like nothing different has happened. So, how's the discussion been without me? Ah, yes, that's so true. I'm sure everything was all peaceful and harmonious. Kiria-san poked the weak spot under my arm with her elbow. Oh my god! Damn. We decided to take a break to cool our heads a little. Yeah, that definitely shows that it's intensive. Oh, it looks like we'll be at it all night. Oh god. Understandable, makes me want to cry. His way of talking hadn't changed, but he couldn't completely hide his pity. Yeah, fair. I couldn't say I was sympathetic. God, yeah, but he looked pitiful compared to his normal, energetic self. Yeah, fair. He can't be sympathetic because, you know, obviously though he is close to his father, he does have this real grudge for him. And also the fact that, you know, he doesn't like the old inheritance related and greed related talk. Yeah, still that rain's just awful. Yeah, fair. I really don't want to go back to the guest house.
夏日姉さんが屋敷で泊まれるよう準備してくれたらしい。
Yep. So it looks like Natsuhine-san set things up so we can spend the night here in the mansion. I forgot why she actually did that. Oh, fuck. Oh. Not a search. This is going to take a long time. Episode 3, maybe? Right, I don't know if I'll be... Yeah, I've really not got to look. So she just wanted them. Wait, that makes sense. That makes sense now. I don't even have to look at the video. She wanted them to be there because of the rain, because of the fact that she didn't want them to get soaked, and obviously, yeah, so that this discussion could be promoted a little bit. Soaked when you know, going from building to building, really. Yep. Hell. What will we do?
3階になった時に考えてもいいんじゃない？
I don't really think they're going to be in the mood for deciding more things after that. We don't need to decide until you're done,
部屋
right?
に戻る体力もなくなってたら、その時はお世話になりましょうよ。
Oh. If you run so low on energy that you can't return to our room, then we can take them up on their offer. Oh. Yeah, so they're still gonna sneak out of the mansion.
そうだな。
You're right.
その時に考えりゃいいか。
Yeah, we can think about it
バトラーは
later.
どうする？
What about you, Battler?
俺がいちゃお邪魔だろうからよ。
Yeah, if I stayed, I'd just get in the way.
気使って向こうに戻るぜ。
I'll be nice and go back over there.
そうか。
I see.
すぐ戻るのか。
Will you go back soon?
さあな。
Dunno.
一人で戻ったって寂しいしよ。
Yeah, fair. It'd be lonely to head back by
子
myself.
供全員で揃って
By
帰
the
る
way,
こ
where
と
did
にする
George
ぜ。
go? Like, totally. Oh, wait, he's watching the TV. He's watching the TV. That's where he's gone. I don't know. It'd be lovely to head back by myself. I'll gather all the kids and we'll head out. Oh.
そうだな。
Yeah. It'll be lonely, not lovely. God. Oh, okay.
そうするといい。
You go do
それ
that.
でバトラー。
Also,
お
Battler.
前今夜はそうは簡単には言えない。
Oh, they're probably going to be telling ghost stories knowing them. Also, Battler, you won't be going to sleep knowing that easily tonight, right?
多分いとこたちとおしゃべりしてるだろうからな。
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'll probably be up talking with the
夜更か
cousins.
ししそうな気配はあるぜ。
Yeah, sounds like we'd be all
そ
up
れが
all
どうかしたの
night.
かよ。
Is there a problem with that? Bedtimes. I see.
もし大人たちの会議が終わってお前がまだ起きてたらちょいと家族でしたい話があるんだ。
Oh, damn. Wonder what about? If you're still awake when the adults discussion is over, I want to have a little talk about as a family.
なんだよ。
A what?
柄にもねえな。
No, I kind of get what he means. Yeah, that doesn't sound like you. I wonder what's actually going to be about. Maybe the inheritance. Or... I don't know. Apparently, Kiria-san was thinking the same thing. What are you talking about? Yeah, she asked him in a small voice. It looked like Kiria-san didn't have a clue what that meant. Now that is when you know it's out of character.
キリエにも聞いてもらいたい話だ。
I also want to talk to you about it,
後
Kiria.
で話すから今は聞くな。
Interesting. I really wonder what this is actually going to be. I'll tell you later, so don't ask it now. Please. Oh, I do wonder what this is. I don't know anyone who neglects the concept of a family as much as this old bastard. Interesting. And now he's saying we're going to have a talk as a family. Yeah, that is quite odd. Both Kiria-san and I couldn't help but get wide-eyed.
そうビビった顔すんなよ。
Don't look so terrified.
ビビりてえのは俺の方なんだ。
I'm the one who should be... What?
何しろ。
After all. At that point, he swallowed his words for an instant. Even though putting on airs of importance wasn't much like my dad's. Hmm.
気持ち悪いぜ親父。
Yeah, no, I know, he's just oddly formal. You're freaking me out, Dad.
今家族は全員揃ってるじゃねえかよ。
Everyone on our family's gathered here now, right?
もったいぶらずに言えよ。
Don't make a big deal out of it and spit it out. Yeah, I really wonder.
俺は多分
Tonight.
今夜
Oh, probably.
殺されるだろうな。
What? What the fuck? What the genuine fuck? What? Don't fucking tell me that the family conflict has got this out of hand. This is my only thought. The family conflict has gone really, really out of hand, so as a result, they're gonna die. Because people are gonna murder for inheritance. I don't know though, that seems fucking ridiculous. These people have lives, reputations. What the hell? What is happening? Has Kinzo appeared? Oh, I really want. There was a huge crash of thunder. It must have been really close. Yeah. Bad timing. Dad's expression, brightly illuminated by the lightning, was burned into my eye. Yeah, fair. Yeah, Dad's face, which always looks so sure of itself, and which always wore a taunting expression. Oh, was it? Yeah, that is odd. That is really odd. Yeah. It was strangely flaky in a way I couldn't really explain. It was so worn out that you looked like a different... That is weird. What?
何言ってんだよ、ガルでもね。
Oh no, well it doesn't sound like many humans to just suddenly die one day, but yeah, what are you talking about? That doesn't sound like you. Yeah.
同感よ。
I agree.
どうしたの？急に弱気ね。
What happened? You look so typical
あ
all
な
of
た
a
らしく
sudden.
もない。
It's not like you. Yeah, that is weird.
俺も化粧直しに行ってくる。
That's interesting that he's actually hiding it. I really wonder what it is. Now, absurd theory, what if Beatrice has actually came over and said that these guys were going to die? Or something like that, if they don't solve the riddle. Or, what about the grandfather? Maybe he's done it, I don't know. I think it's somebody. Somebody has come to the dining hall that isn't one of them. And obviously not one of the kids. And not the servants, and has said that. Or maybe the servants have actually been asked to deliver a message, I don't know. I'm going to fix my makeup
つい
too.
てくんなよ。
Don't follow me! What the fuck? Dad turned away weakly! That is weird. That really is weird. Especially, you know, seeing somebody as, you know, strong and confident and proud as this. Like this, it is odd. After that, only Kirie and I were
なん
left
だってんだ。
still wide-eyed. What did he say?
今夜殺される？
No, tonight you'll be killed.
まさか。あの妙な手紙のせいで、親父
No
ビ
way.
ビっちまった
There's
の
no
か
way he would believe in that and, you know, obviously be affected like that. You don't think that mysterious letter scared him, do you?
連続殺人者の映画の見過ぎだぜ。
That's actually quite funny though. He's been watching too many serial murder movies. Kirie-san didn't answer my light-hearted words. Yeah, definitely, because this may be a situation where she could potentially lose her husband. Of course she wouldn't. Yeah, didn't answer my light-hearted words and continued to stare at my dad's disappearing. But
バトラ君はルドルフさんに今話せと言ったら話さず立ち去った。
Batola-kun, when you told Rudolph-san to spill the beans right away, yeah, he left without
みんな
telling
に
us
話す
anything.
ことがあると言い出しながら答えなかった。
What? Even though he said he had something to say to both of us, he didn't answer you.
どうして？
Why?
チェス盤をひっくり返す。
Spin the chessboard. That is weird. Did he actually not? Yeah, he's really quite evasive. He doesn't really answer much to what's being said. That is odd. Spin the chessboard around. What do you see? Yeah.
話すと言っておきながら話せない矛盾。
Well, when he said he wanted to talk, but then couldn't, that's a contradiction. Yeah, exactly, because he literally said the subject of this conversation.
親父側から見ると、
Yeah, well,
何か
can
見
you
えて
see
きます
something
か？
by looking from Dad's perspective? Yeah, I wonder. Yes, I can see something.
話したいことがある。
Yeah, he wants to talk
で
about
も自
something.
分から言い出す勇気がない。
Yeah, so it's definitely something that is going to be really quite severe, whatever it is. However, he doesn't have the courage to bring
だ
it
から追
up.
ってきて俺に話しかけて聞き出してくれが正解ね。
Oh. Interesting. So he actually means chase after me, talk to me, and ask me about it
ついて
yourself.
くるなも逆の意味よ。
By saying don't follow me, he actually means the opposite.
ついてきて俺を問い詰めてくれが正解。
So are they going to do that? He actually means follow me and force
ま
me to
ったく
answer.
甘えん坊さんなんだから。
Seriously, what a spoiled brat.
いや
What?
そういう推理でいいんすか？
Yeah, it does sound really, really loose, and that is proper intuition. That is a proper guess. Can you really call that reasoning?
そんなんめちゃくちゃな。
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That is fair. It's really hard to tell. But to be fair, with Kiria, she's known this person for 6 years. So she does have, she does have a really realistic view. I mean, obviously Battler has, but I feel that Kiria, because she's older, she probably would have, I don't know, she probably just would have picked up on his habits more. I'm not entirely sure, though. It kind of depends. Like, the way, Rudolph is going to treat Kiria compared to Battler is going to be different. So maybe there are some things that, for example, Battler know would, that Kiria would not, and vice versa as well.
名探偵や名刑事が男女の気持ちや心を推理できる？
Can great private and police detectives deduce the emotions and feelings between men and
でき
women?
ないでしょ？
They can't, right?
異性の気持ちを探るのは何次元のトリックを暴くよりはるかに高度な技術なのよ。
Figuring out the feelings of the opposite sex is an even more advanced art than exposing the tricks in difficult crime cases. Oh my god, Sherlock Holmes. That is interesting though. It is true. Hmm.
私に言わせれ
Sometimes it
ば
can be.
名作推理小説より恋愛小説の方がよっぽど難解なミステリーなんだから。
That is interesting. If you ask me, romance novels have much deeper mysteries than masterpiece mystery novels. Oh, that is interesting. Trying to find the mystery of the emotions between the people rather than the mystery of what's objectively happened. What if you combine them together, though? That's my question. I see.
そういうもんすかね。
Is that how it is?
私
Yeah.
はあの甘えん坊さんと一緒にいるわ。
Oh, yeah. Good one. I'll stand
普
alongside
段
that
は
spoiled
虚勢
brat.
を張ってるけど、今夜はかなりの激動で
Yes,
疲れ
definitely,
切
yeah.
ってる。
He normally loves to bluff, but tonight he's completely tired out from that heated
誰かに
discussion.
寄りかかりたい気持ちなんでしょうね。
Maybe. He probably wants someone to lean on at the moment. He would never
そ
lie
れに
about
応える
being...
のがパートナーの役目よ。
Yeah, fair. And responding to that need is the role of his partner. Huh.
そりゃお熱いことで。
Fair, yeah, sounds passionate.
うちのクソ親父の世話をよろ
And
し
I'll
く
leave
頼
that
みま
old
すよ。
bastard in your hands. Yeah.
ええ、任せておいて。
Leave it to me. I could have Kiria-san's departing back.
何？
What?
いや、ありがとよって。
That's nice. Yeah, I wanted to say
おかげ
thanks.
で陰鬱な気分が
Oh,
だいぶ
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So was hers, I think. Thanks to you, my gloomy mood has cleared up a lot.
ならよかった。
That is really good, I
コ
agree.
ミュニケーションは大事ね。
Yeah, communication is important. It is. Yeah, after answering with a wink, Kiria-san followed after Dad. Yeah. What's happening next? Oh, god, she's probably been thrown out. I don't know, though. Natsuki could be found in a dimly lit hallway. Now and then, the thunder would crash, but this had no effect on Natsuki's expression. She looked completely worn out. The discussion that had just taken place between the relatives in the dining hall was repeating itself inside Natsuki's mind. Oh god, yeah, I can imagine that being tricky, especially because of how protective she is over Kraus. Yeah. Beatrice had proclaimed that in addition to the gold, all of the inheritance and the property of the Ushinomiya family would be given to the person who could solve the riddle. Yeah, definitely. In other words, she planned to undermine the absolute guarantee that Kraus, as the oldest brother, had to succeed the family head. Yeah. Fair, actually, yeah. Originally, the other siblings had absolutely no chance to inherit the headship. Oh, but now they do. Yeah, to them, this proposal by Beatrice was extremely desirable. Yes, it was obvious they would accept it. There was no need to play some clumsy detective game. Natsuki knew that this so-called 19th person, Beatrice, couldn't exist. Yeah, it's interesting that. Fair. Yeah, naturally, Beatrice was nothing more than a fictional character used to pass a message that Kinzo had written himself. Yeah, oh, that's actually really quite interesting that that's thought. As proof, Kinzo had remained stubbornly neutral as to that letter's authenticity. Yeah, he's literally said nothing to it. Yeah. He was completely ignoring these reckless claims that he shouldn't be able to ignore, that he had given up the head's Yeah! In short, Kinzo had wordlessly admitted that the letter held his own message. Yeah, that is actually really quite interesting, the thought that this could potentially be Kinzo's own message, and, you know, Kinzo could potentially just be using some other person to get the message that he's too scared to send over to the people. But it doesn't really make... Well, it's probably just to avoid conflict, but at the same time, why would you go out of your way that much to avoid the conflict? Most likely, one of the servants had given Maria the letter. I don't see any servants that could, firstly, sound feminine, that isn't Kumasawa, and well, to be fair, Shannon could. She's the most likely person to be able to cosplay as Beatrice, but yeah, you really think she's going to do that? Like, no way. Yeah, most likely one of the servants had given Maria the letter. Kinzo had probably worked out an elaborate plan where the dress from the portrait would be prepared, and someone, probably Shannon. It's interesting that she suspects Shannon, and someone, probably Shannon, would be made to wear it and deliver the message in the umbrella. Yeah, that is interesting. It could be realistic. Shannon has the same kind of eyes as Beatrice as well, I think. By doing that, he could make it seem like the witch from the portrait actually existed. Yeah, fair. No, if anything, that alone was proof that Kinzo was behind all of this. Yeah, that's interesting. But this time it's inadvertently. In that case, it was the same as Kinzo trying to butt in on the siblings' private discussion. Then Kinzo, by announcing that he'd give everything to the person who solved the riddle, could weaken Kraus's overwhelming advantage. Fair. And he does actually detest Kraus, so that would add up. Now, I was certain. Kinzo had eavesdropped on the siblings' discussion in the parlour earlier that day. It's an interesting thought. I wouldn't have thought that whatsoever. Oh yeah, fair. So he had known how... No, he hadn't, but, what's his name? Kanon had. So he had known how Kraus had staved off the attack by the other three. Yeah, and to make the scales of the battle go back into balance, he had sent out this strange letter, which benefited Kraus's rivals. That is interesting. So all of this was potentially just a plot, well, with the help of the servants to, you know, weaken Kraus's inheritance. And he does detest Kraus, so it would add up. Yeah, interesting that. He was trying to push... No, but the only thing that contradicts this is the rivals get all the inheritance, which would obviously mean that, for example, if Kraus got it, then... What do you do then? He was trying to push this crazy theory so that Rosa, who had a weak position among the siblings because of her age, would join with Eva and Rudolph. Oh, interesting. Then, with a 3-to-1 advantage, yeah, they'd be able to overwhelm Kraus yet again and make their ridiculous theories get accepted by force. by doing that, he gave them the power to resettle what had once been an illy decided conflict. Fair. They had now started repeatedly pressing Kraus to pay them a large amount. Oh god, yep, typical. Using the condition that all of the siblings were guaranteed Kraus's position as the successor. Talk about advance. Talk about advance payments was being brought up despite having been rejected once. Yeah, that is surprising. I mean, these people really, really are desperate, to be fair. Of course, even without the story about the hidden gold, the Ushinomiya family's store of wealth was vast. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, look at the place they were in. I mean, that's kind of evident of that fact. Yep, so we're going to guarantee your position as successor, but we need advance payment. That store of wealth alone was more than enough. Even if the hidden gold was buried forever along with Ginzo's death, there would be more than enough to satisfy. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Therefore, even if they weren't that interested in the gold itself, Ginzo had managed to instill the lifelong fear that on the off chance somebody found the gold, that person would be granted the headship. Yeah, definitely. And this kind of Achilles heel would definitely be taken advantage of by someone sooner or later. Yeah. Definitely, the only person with this fatal weakness was his successor, Kraus. The other siblings had found, no, they had been told by Ginzo about something that only Kraus could lose, and they had thoroughly taken advantage of that. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Natsuhi, as Kraus's only ally in his painful position and as his wife, wanted to fight alongside. Oh god, yeah, I can imagine that going wrong very quickly. She kept trying to explain to him that the existence of the gold itself was a farce, and that there was no need for him to compromise. And it's actually really quite interesting that she's insistently saying that, but Kraus has already told Natsuhi he had told all of the siblings. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. He always said that the hidden gold was nothing more than an illusion created by Ginzo. Therefore, Natsuhi had believed it as his wife, and had supported her husband on that foundation. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yeah, so you say it's an illusion, and then obviously the wife will believe it and will support it. Yeah. Even so, Natsuhi's words didn't reach... Oh, that must have been really quite difficult. It's interesting, when his headship is threatened... It's interesting, when he's scared and his headship is threatened, and, you know, his entire future is threatened as well, he will believe anything, it looks like. Even though Natsuhi had fought so hard and had lent all of her strength, he continued to fight by himself and was trying to compromise with the other three siblings. Yeah, that is quite a shame. Yeah, Natsuhi sadly and weakly wondered why she could not be of use to him, then started getting angry. Oh, it had happened when everyone decided to take a short break to cool their heads. Yeah, she definitely didn't. And Kraus didn't either, and Natsuhi had flared up against Kraus. Enraged, she had asked why she could not be useful to him. Oh, interesting. He had then told her that he wanted to talk about something and invited her into a room that she was normally not allowed to enter. What? a very confidential discussion, I'm assuming. That room had been sealed with a heavy-looking padlock, and just looking at it had given her an uncomfortable feeling. God. What has happened?
他の3人の言うことも、ベアトリーチェを名乗る不審人物の言うことも、何も気にかけることはありません。
Yeah, there's no need for you to worry about anything said by those three, or even this suspicious person who calls
黄
herself
金など
Beatrice.
所詮はお父様が生み出したまやかし。
Yeah, I really wonder what his response is going to be and how it's potentially going to have changed. Hmm.
There's
no way something like that could be found.
あなたが跡継ぎであることは盤石です。
Your position as a successor is a solid fact.
何を恐れることがあるのです。
What are you afraid of? Kraus removed the padlock on the door. You then motioned for Natsuhi to enter.
入りたまえ。
Enter?
何ですか？
Yeah, what is this?
見せたいものがある。
There's something I want you to see.
君に初めて見せるものだ。
What? I've never shown you this before. What is this? A heavy-looking padlock. Natsuhi timidly opened the door with a dubious expression on her face. It was pitch black. That is weird. Oh, yeah, she says for a switch to turn on the lights, but since this was her first time in the room, she didn't know where it was. Kraus entered behind her, pushing her in. God damn. And when he closed the door before turning on the lights, the two were swallowed up by the darkness. That is so unpleasant. Only the sound of Kraus locking the door ran out through the dark.
これは何事ですか？
Yeah, I like that the only thing you can hear is just the really quite low-pitched clock. What are you doing?
明かりは？
The lights.
今つける。
Oh, I'm turning them on
待ち
right
た
now.
まえ。
Wait! Why is she asked to wait? Just as he said, when Kraus pushed a switch on the wall, a flickering light turned on and lit up the room. That is... Natsuhi heard her breath had taken away. The room had no windows, and at a glance it appeared to be empty. God, it looks like a real hermit room. In the middle of the room, a small round table had been set, and the lights brightened only that table, as if it were the leading part in a... That is really weird, so I can just imagine a totally dark room with the only thing that is glowing being a table. I wonder what the significance of it is. On the top of the table, a red tablecloth of elaborate design had been set out, covered with dust, and on top of that, something by the size of a grown man's arm had been set down. That something took Natsuhi's breath away. What the fuck? Oh my god! I'm not even going to ask how the fuck he's found. That is so interesting. So out of all the people, he was the one person who could actually confirm the gold's existence. Now that is interesting. He's just totally trying to divert the fact that the gold exists. And so that there is no possibility of the family believing that they can find the gold. And as a result, No possibility of his inheritance being stolen. Interesting soundtrack, by the way. A grown man's arm size. Jesus fucking Christ. That's ridiculous. It's a gold ingot of incredible purity. Without this, nobody would have believed in the legend of the god. Yeah! It was an ingot of solid gold. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah. Even in the faint light, it sparkled with a noble and dignified glint. Yeah, I can see. It looks really quite beautiful. I can't believe it. It's not a proper ingot. Yeah, fair. I don't even know whether it was... I don't even know whether it was cast inside or outside the country. Yeah, fair. It took a high level of skill to make the purest of solid gold ingot. Yeah, of course. And in order to verify that purity, it was standard to have the original foundry and the name of the bank that guaranteed it imprinted on the gold. But there isn't! Yeah! Yeah, however, this ingot did not have that kind of seal. This mysterious gold bar had come from an unknown foundry. It is weirder and weirder. How can it have an unknown foundry? How can it be fully pure? How can it be... How is it transported? It just makes so little sense. Look here. There's nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's just a bar of gold. Natsuki, following Kraus's words, timidly approached the ingot. Right there. Kraus pointed at the surface of the ingot. Natsuki concentrated on that section. Oh, I wonder what it is. Right there was... Oh, right. I thought it was going to be some sort of special message on there. Right there was the thin imprint of the one-winged eagle crest. Yeah, that's just really quite funny just seeing this, you know, really quite unusually long gold ingot and then seeing shit, it really hits home when you realise there is a connection. Oh my god, yeah, I mean, I think it's just even weird. I wish that this was revealed to us as well. Yeah, that is weird, because it could have been any sort of gold, mysterious, I suppose, creation story, but still, it could have been any gold, but then you realise that it's a little bit weird. That's right. Oh, interesting. I'm not even going to ask how it's here, but okay. That's right. This is the legendary ingot that Father said he received from the witch. Yeah. That the president of Marusaw witnessed and was allowed to select at random to take back for. Damn, he must have really been a close friend. Yeah, they gained the trust of the fixers in the business world. I had to use all possible means to find it. Oh, yeah, that's probably going to be really advantageous. That's really surprising that he actually has found it, though. I wonder how. How good? Then she's being a little bit naive. This is only one gold ingot. Could it have potentially still been faked because of there only being one gold ingot? It doesn't, just because there's one doesn't mean there are 10 tons. It actually exists. I'm not fully convinced. But no. It confirms that one ingot is real. It confirms that one ingot is real. It doesn't confirm that the entire stack is real, but it does confirm that Beatrice actually made gold for Ginzo. Yeah. Impossible. Yeah. I don't know, I'm not fully convinced that the entire gold exists. I'm just convinced that one ingot exists. Natsuki was shocked. Well, wait, no, hang on a second. For the company president, he actually saw the entire stack of gold. But at the same time, that could have been a lie, so I don't know. That's my thinking. Kraus had always said that Kinzo's gold was just a fabrication. Yeah, definitely! Definitely! So she had believed it as his wife. However, the reality was different. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Since the old definitive proof, he had been more certain than any of the other siblings that the legend of the gold was true. Yeah, definitely, yeah, because he has actual proof. Because of this, Kraus was deeply frightened of the possibility that somebody other than himself would find the gold he's failed to find, costing him everything. Yeah, fair. But to Natsuhi, the truth was more than enough to split open her heart. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that really is. The fact that, you know, he's kept something as important as this from her. It must be really awful to bear. She had thought that as Kraus's wife, she should be as close as confidant, which was why she had selflessly supported him. Yeah, so I really wonder if she's just totally refusing to see the point of, you know, continuing to support him, really. And yet he had this fact from her. Yeah, he had hid this fact from her until today. Definitely. What? Yeah, that is a good question. Huh. Have I been... She has been one of the most faithful and supportive wives I've ever seen, really. Even if it cost her entire reputation. And also, they have a kid that's 17. They've obviously had a long relationship. I mean, that must hurt so much. That's never been my intention. Still think if it's a matter as important and relevant as this, you should tell your wife. Is that all a wife? Yeah, that is interesting. Fair enough, yeah. Calm down. So now he's basically trying to blame the bad habit of, you know, her feeling entirely betrayed as a wife, and a really faithful one at that, because of the fact that she's passionate easily. I mean, come on. Good one. That is a really, really good one. Yeah, you're the one who's making me like that, aren't you? Seriously? Yeah, I've been supporting you as a wife ever since I married into this family. Oh my god, for your sake, I threw away the family I was born. So I've heard that she hasn't come from a high-class family, and she's thrown it away! God, and I've been offering up my heart and my body to serve you. And in return... No, I know! Fair, this is what I get. How could... God... Kraus Grimace looking annoyed! Yeah, his expression effectively communicated how much he disliked this part of Natsuhi, even if he couldn't say it out loud. It's interesting what he's thinking. He's thinking dislike the tendency of Natsuhi to get really, really mad in situations that obviously are really quite upsetting to her. But at the same time, you're not looking at why she's actually upset. That's twisted. That really is. That's a horrible mindset, honestly. That really... It's just sad. It really is. I mean, you would have thought in a situation as important as this, you know, he really should have been able to make up to her more. I feel like this isn't a time where men totally have the domination over women in relationships. I don't know. It just feels like this relationship has a really unequal, you know, setting, really.
私は
It doesn't look like...
もうあなたの力になれそうもありません。
Yeah, I really wonder I will be of any use to you anymore.
それでいい。
She is basically just inadvertently said, I may divorce you. And then he's just like, yeah, that's fine.
兄弟のトラブルを私が自分の力で解決する。
Well, not in this. Not in general, when like... Well, in general, really. Not just in this context. That's fine, I can resolve the troubles with the siblings by myself.
君の力は借りんよ。
God, he is so fucking cold. He really is.
違います。
That's wrong.
これは後宮家のトラブルです。
Yeah, fair. This is the Shidomiya family's problem.
確かに私にはこの身に家紋を刻むことが許されていません。
Yeah, it's true that I am not permitted to wear the family crest on my body.
でもあなたの妻です。
Yeah, fair, but I'm still your wife.
私には
Yeah, that is...
力添えする資格もないのですか。
That's a really good point, yeah. Even so, are you still saying that I'm not capable of helping you? Even though you would have thought a wife is the closest person in the world to somebody. Are you? I wonder what he's going to say, because he's just taking this so ridiculously coldly. And he's not sympathising with her at all, even though he's her wife. Sorry, other way around, but still. Oh, I especially wouldn't want to risk getting you involved. I mean, I don't disagree with that, but yeah, it'll probably make your headaches even worse than they are now. Take a rest for today. Yeah, the siblings will deal with the siblings' problems. It has nothing to do with you. Even though one of the siblings happens to be her husband? I do not see that logic whatsoever. God, yep, somebody's left in a really, really upset manner. Fucking hell. That's horrible. Yeah, dull headache, tormented Natsuhi. Oh god. No matter what medicine she took, no matter what scent she burned, it wouldn't heal. God, that's awful. Yeah, that's good. Having a little bit of peace, yeah. In fact, simply simply wandering alone through the dark corridors and listening to the sound of the rain seemed to be a better cure. Odd, the fact that she would like walking around dark corridors, but okay. Yeah, fair enough. Whatever floats her boat, I suppose. I feel so bad for her though. I mean, it is really quite fair enough that this has been such an important feature within everything regarding his life, and yet he has not thought to tell his wife. And then when the wife asks why, he's just like, it's none of your business. And the siblings talk is the siblings talk. Like, come on, man! For a man of such argumentative skill, can you not realise that your actions may have an effect on each other, even though it's the action of... So it's the exaggerative action that he doesn't like, so as a result he's, you know, not really caring about her feelings. It's absurd. It really is absurd. He is a very cold person. Just from that I can tell. And obviously his greed as well, and manipulatory tactics. Manipulative even, not manipulatory. Yeah, just stick a suffix to a long word, hope it sounds smart. That's just basically me at the moment. I hate that so much, but I just can't help it. Or maybe Natsuhi. But I was never Uchinomiya Natsuhi. I have been despised and... Oh god. I've been despised and treated as a borrowed womb and... insulted when I couldn't even feel the... Oh god. Even so, I've tried to properly perform my duties as a wife. It's absurd! I mean, how much more can you take, or get, But now, even my husband has rejected me. I've done my best raising my daughter. Yeah, she's done brilliantly, I'm sure, yeah. As if it were the last job left to me. However, I've had no release for my anger and sadness, and they've caused me to subconsciously strain that relationship too. Because I've been excessively strict in Jessica's education. Yeah, that is tricky. She dislikes me thoroughly. She despises me for having no interest in anything but yeah! There is no longer anything I can do for the Ushinomiya family. No. That's no good. Despite it all, I must help my husband and beat back the schemes of the other greedy siblings. Yeah, I mean, fair, but I just don't really get how this is actually going to happen, because Kraus is going to get annoyed and it is just going to lead into more conflict. But if she believes she's doing her duty, she will do it. But if she doesn't do her duty, then she's going to feel bad. But if she does, then this is going to happen. So it is tricky. Yeah, that is really awful, though. I mean, yeah, it's interesting that her just trying to, you know, do what a normal wife and mother would do, to trying to, I suppose she overly focused on good grades with Jessica, and as a result, yeah, bit of a strained relationship there. I mean, that's awful. That's horrible. I mean, yeah, the fact that, you know, she was just, I mean, this is horrible. It really is. I mean, why do you see these, why do the family see people as things that will benefit them, as opposed to actual people? Things that will make, I don't know, situations happen in the future, like, for example, you know, a borrowed room and stuff like that. Yeah. The family head won't be around much longer. Yeah, definitely. Eventually, Kraus will succeed in the head. Yeah. And the next successor will be Jessica. Yeah, strictly speaking, the man who enters the family by marrying Jessica will become the next head. But it all comes to the same thing. Yeah, what if she doesn't marry? I have to make Jessica an excellent successor whom everyone will accept as worthy to take over the Ushinomiya family. Fair. Yeah, and she really thinks that's her duty. In the days to come, that greedy Ushinomiya Eva will probably be plotting to find some fault with the main family. And if all goes as she plans, Jessica will be dragged down from the succession. Yeah, with George set up and her, that somehow really doesn't surprise me, yeah. And he's a man as well, he would be more fitting. It could be likely, who knows? Yeah, that is understandable. It is regrettable, but George is a man, and even more, he's matured as a peasant. Oh yeah, I suppose he does have more educational ability as well. Yeah, definitely. Compared to Jessica, who was right in the middle of her rebellious period. Fair, yeah. Who's right in the middle of her rebellious period and whose grades are slightly below average. Oh yeah, that is bad. Yeah, it can be seen at a glance who is more fit to succeed the head. Definitely, yeah. So in order to secure Jessica's position, I need to turn her into an excellent person. Fair. After doing that, I want to find her an excellent husband worthy of... Yeah, the excellent person she would have... That's really nice, but you can't find her a husband. She has to do it herself, but... Yeah, I do find that really quite interesting that, you know... By the way, Jessica is, like, a really similar age to my parents. Oh my god. Like, really similar? Holy fuck. But yeah. Yeah, fair enough. So, you know, she not only wants Jessica to become an excellent family head, but she also wants, you know, her as her daughter to become an excellent person, find her An excellent husband as well. That is nice. All of the reasons that their relationship are a little bit strained, like with Rosa, like just because they want good for the kid, really. Yeah, and to secure her position as the head as well. But does she really want to be the head as well? And does George want to be head as well? Like, it's all cool. It's cool and all saying that the head is a position that is assigned to somebody, but if they want to do it or not is another matter entirely. Yeah, a wonderful man who will truly accept Jessica and stay with her through all of life's joy and sorrows. Yeah. Wow, that's a beautiful lamp. Was Natsuki trying to entrust her daughter with fulfilling some desire of her own? Yes. Natsuki thought back to the days when she'd had no choice but to marry into the Ushino. No choice? Maybe it was financial related. I don't know. To marry into the Ushinomiya family because of that unavoidable fate. What? She had tried to block that from her Oh God. She had consciously forgotten it, and had actively attended to the life she'd given us Ushinomiya Natsuki, and in so doing, she had built up a new life. But just now. Oh, that is horrible. Yeah, I felt like all of that had been casually rejected. That is horrible. Should I think as I live my life? I don't know. I really understand what she means. I don't know what's happened regarding the times before she was married into the Ushinomiya family, but judging by this, it sounds like she married by force. She had to marry. Yeah, no choice but to marry. I really wonder what the hell happened and what her surname was before and, you know, where she actually came from as well. God. That's horrible though. So obviously she had a really bad life beforehand, and now, you know, the final confirmation that, you know, maybe the life that was so idealistic, well, it wasn't idealistic whatsoever, but it was so, well, it was a new step, a new person she could be. It's totally rejected. That's horrible, it really is. Yeah, how should I live my life? I do not know. And that's how he helplessly rested her head against the glass of the window. Yeah. The glass, which was cool thanks to the raindrops beating against it, felt somehow refreshing. Yeah, interesting. Even though it should have been emotionless, well then it seemed to be the only thing that could understand Natsuki. God, at that point, even if somebody had appeared, Natsuki didn't intend to pay any attention to them. But she did pay attention. Because it was her beloved dog. Oh, wow. I wonder what's actually going to happen here. Oh, it's you, Mum. Yeah, my God, seriously. Oh, to be honest, I think that this is this is probably the best person for the time at the moment. Oh my God, I really wonder what she's actually going to say. God, this music really is tragic. It's so slow and so traditional as well. So heavy. Has a lot of weight to it. Thought you were okay. What is she doing in a place like this? Ah, to be fair, she wanted to cool her head from all of the troubles going on in the family. But yeah. Just like always, her words were rough and not at all like a girl's. That's actually really quite interesting. No, I mean, to be fair, I think she has a really traditional view of what a girl is. But that is understandable. To be fair, she's probably like 30, 40. She was born in probably around the time World War II happened, of course. Yeah, just like always, her words were rough and not at all like a girl's. Interesting. Instinctively, words of rebuke rose to Natsuhi's throat. Oh, is that a reason their relationship is strained? Yeah, that is. God damn, however, their strength gave out and they didn't escape her lips. Jessica.
ごめんね。母さんは頭痛がひどいの。
Forgive me, but my headache is
そっ
awful.
としといてくれる。
Please leave me be. Oh, I wonder if she's gonna do that. I see. Jessica was seeing her mother in a position of feebleness for the first time. Yeah. So she was considerably disconcerted. Yeah, so I'm assuming, like, always, Natsuhi has been the one that has, you know, really been, well, I suppose, in superiority, but now it's the other way, really. Until just now, she'd been filled with contempt for all of the parents, including her mother. Yeah, that's good. But now those feelings have been completely swept away. Her mother's utterly exhausted face. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. In his place, the words George had told her floated back. Oh, the words George had told her floated up in her mind. Our parents... Yeah, definitely! Our parents are doing their best in their own way. And because their families are counting on them, they can't afford to keep everything pleasant and have a heavy responsibility to fight. Fair. Yeah, definitely. And this is the result of that logic, really. In other words, Natsuhi. Maybe her mother had been standing in this, around in this dimly lit hallway because nobody had tried to understand that in her. Well, that is quite interesting, but at the same time it is really difficult to understand that people are doing this for their own gains in arguments. I mean, that applies to every argument, to be fair. Jessica hated her mother. That's horrible. Oh, God. Jesus, I mean, I knew it was a little bit of an annoyed relationship, but fucking hell, I didn't realise it was that bad. But at the same time, from thoughts, like, you know, for example, that womanly attitude, and yeah, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. So, she had no intention of speaking kindly to Natsuhi just because she was looking a bit frail. Oh, that's good. She didn't really sound like the type of person that would reject her. If she really hated her, she would, but no. So when she attempted to speak kindly to her mother, anyway, she had to clench her fists and gather up the words from deep in her... That's really nice, yeah. Oh, I wonder what she's gonna say.
ずいぶん立て込んだ話をしてるようじゃん。
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it sounds like you've really got your hands full with that meeting thing.
お前には関係あります。
God, it has nothing to do with you.
よそへ行っていなさい。
Please go somewhere else.
頭痛ひどい？
Is your headache bad?
私、薬もらってこようか。
Should I go get some medicine? Yeah, God, I find it really interesting, this relationship, because, you know, Natsuhi is, you know, she's one of the people that they would not open up in a million years. I suppose that's a really quite disconnected relationship. Not the closest one whatsoever. You don't have to trouble yourself.
お願いだから、一人きりにして。
Yeah, please leave me alone. Natsuhi wasn't being cold. She just... Yeah, fair. I mean, look at what happened with Rosa. Fucking hell. That was horrible. That really was. That was unbelievably horrible. She just wanted her daughter to go far away so that she wouldn't have to bump against Natsuhi's own short temper. But there was no chance that Jessica would realise this. Yeah, fair. Fair enough, yeah. Yeah, that is sad. That is really sad. So Jessica would know. I mean, yeah, she tries to open up to her mother and this is what she gets, really. I mean, it's just quite sad that they are so far from each other that they can't really share any feelings with each other. Jessica hung her head looking up. Yeah, seeing that expression. Natsuki recognised the kindness that Jessica was trying to muster. Yeah, definitely, that's good. She gave her head a small shake to drive away her own unkind feelings.
じゃあ私行くよ。
Then I'll leave.
大人の邪魔にならないようにいとこたちと一緒にいるから。
Yeah, I'll be with the other cousins, so I don't get in the way of the arrows. See you later.
お待ちなさい。
Wait there. She called Jessica, who was trying to leave and looked lonely, to stop. Yeah. What?
何？
気遣いをありがとう。
Yeah, it's nice that she's saying that. I think it is really good. She cares. She doesn't, you know, she doesn't deserve any of this, really. Thank you for being so
お前
considerate.
を残して寝込むわけにはいきません。
Yeah, it isn't good of me. It isn't good of me to go to sleep and leave you alone. Yeah, yeah.
よせよ。演技でもないぜ。
God damn, that shows. That really shows a lot. Don't talk like that. You'll bring bad luck.
心配をかけました。
I've made you worried.
もう大丈夫です。
But I'm okay now.
私は行きます。
I will go. Yeah. Such an earnest personality, my god. Yeah, if I let my daughter see me this feeble any longer, it will only make her feel more uneasy. Without a thought of mine, Natsuki left Jessica with her words of gratitude and made to depart. Oh, I feel like Jessica's gonna say something. This time, Jessica called out to her mother's back. Yeah! Natsuki stopped and turned around, asking what business Jessica had with her. Yeah. But Jessica herself didn't know why she'd stopped her mother. And for a while, she smiled wryly, muttering to herself as she hesitated. Oh god, yeah, of what to say. She was poking around in her pocket when her hand touched something and she took it out.
あのさ、母さん。
Hey, Mum.
私さ、今日お守りもらったんだよ。
I was given a charm today.
なんだっけな。魔除けだったっけ？
Was it a charm against magic?
確かそのドアノブにぶら下げてるといいんだっけ？
Oh my god, that really is awkward. I mean, it's nice that she's trying to, I suppose, have this fun, I suppose, but it's sad that it's just this awkward and that they're not close whatsoever, really. I'm pretty sure that you were supposed to hang it from your doorknob, I think.
忘れちまったぜ。私が持ってても仕方ないし。
There's no point in me having it.
母さんにあげるよ。
Yeah, that is nice. I'll let you take it. It was the scorpion charm that Mario had given her on the beach. Yeah. Yeah, even although she'd heard of its various effects from Maria, Jessica's mind had gone blank, and she was just barely able to say even that. Yeah, that must be difficult. Jessica, thinking that her mother probably wouldn't accept it anyway, immediately drew back the hand that she had stuck out, grasping the charm. Oh, yeah. So when Natsuki came back to take it, she was extremely shocked.
これは
What is this?
何かの景品？
Yeah, some kind of prize toy.
まあその私も多分そうだろうと思ってるけどよ。
Well, I think it's something like that.
こんなおもちゃみたいなお守りじゃご利益は。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, she's definitely selling the product. I guess you wouldn't really expect a charm that looks like a toy to do anything. But her mother took the charm from where she grasped it in her hands.
ありがとう。
Thank
大
you.
切にします。
Yeah, that's nice. I'll take good care
ジェ
of
シ
it.
カには今度 私が子供の頃大切にしていたお守りを
Oh my
代わ
god,
りにあ
sometimes
げ
soon.
ましょう。
In exchange, why don't I give you a charm that was important to me when I was a child? Wow.
別にそんなつもりで渡すんじゃないぜ。
It's not like that's why I gave it to you.
でもま
But well,
あどうしてもって言うなら。
if you really say so. Yeah. This is a really quite sweet moment, this. It's sweet and yet it's really sad.
では私はもう休みます。
Then I will
頭
rest for
痛
now.
がひどいので、
Oh, yeah, fair.
ジェシカもあまり夜更かしをしすぎないように。
You really think that's gonna happen? Try not to stay up too late. Sure. That's how you put the charm in her pocket and turned away. Yeah. She then disappeared into the dark hole. Right, I wonder what we're gonna have now.
やっぱり明日
Oh
も
yeah,
丸
so
一
we're gonna
日
get more
こんな天気みたいだ
stuff
ね。
with George Battler and Kirie. No, just George and Battler even. It seems the weather will be like this all day tomorrow after all.
やれやれ。
Well, somebody's
今
gonna
日
be
の
missing
日中が
skill.
嘘のようだぜ。
Fair enough, actually. It was really quite picturesque. And then the second the night comes, yeah, shit's getting rainy. Damn, this makes the good weather we had early feel like a lie. Yeah, fair. George Aniki and I were killing time in front of the parlour television. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. At that point, Jessica returned. Her face was still blank, but it looked like she calmed down a little since we'd last seen. Yeah, good one. Yeah.
マリアはまだ肖像画前？
They should talk to her. They really should. I think it's actually quite bad that they haven't. Is Maria still in front of the portrait?
いや、
No.
さっき戻ってきて。今はそっちのソファ
I'm
ーで寝てるぜ
surprised.。Yeah, forget what I said then. She just came back and she's sleeping over there on
マ
the
リア
sofa.
にはもう遅い時間だもんな。
Fair, yeah, it's getting pretty late for her after all. Looking at the clock, I saw it was a little past 10 p.m. Yes. 14 past 12 p.m. for me. Even if we were planning to stay up all night, it was just about time to head back to our room. Yeah. Even if we were planning to stay up all night, it was about time to head back to our room. Yeah, fair. Yeah.
一応うちのお袋が屋敷にも部屋を用意してくれたんだけどよ。
Well, my mum did have a room prepared for us in the mansion. They could go, to be fair.
僕はゲストハウスに戻りたいかな。
I'd rather head back to the guest
親
house.
たちの様子を見る限り、僕たちはお屋敷にいない方がいいと思う。
Oh yeah, fair. yeah. Going by what we saw of our parents, I think it would be better if we weren't in the mansion. Yeah.
俺も同感だぜ。
I agree.
子供は
Yeah,
邪魔せ
definitely,
ず引っ込んでろって感じみてえだからな。
yeah, fair. It feels like they're telling us kids to mind our own business and stay out
お
of
と
their
なし
way.
くそうするさ。
Yeah, let's be good little boys and girls and do that. Yeah. Oh, as we were talking about this, Aunt Loza came into the parlour. She was looking all over restlessly. Oh, probably trying to find Maria. Fair.
ローザおばさん。マリアならそこのソファーっすよ。
Oh, but also, if you're looking for Maria, she's over there on that sofa.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
すっかり眠っちゃってるわね。
Why, she's out cold.
ベッドに移さないと。
Oh, yeah, fair. We must move her to a bed. Yeah.
よかったら僕がベッドまで背負っていきましょうか。
If you like, I'd carry her over to her bed.
ありがとう。助かるわ。
Thanks, that'd be wonderful.
ジョージ君たちはゲストハウスに戻るの？
Are you heading back to the guest house?
それとも夏日姉さんが用意してくれた部屋に泊まるのかしら？
Or are you going to stay in the room Natsuki-san had prepared here? Yeah, I think. Go away from the trouble.
今話し合ってました。
Yeah, we're just talking about
ゲス
that.
トハウスへ戻ろうかって話になっ
Yeah,
たところ
don't
です。
disturb the bloody bad conflict. We're just talking about that. We just decided to head over to the guest house.
そう。
I see.
ならマリアも一緒にしてあげてもいい
Yeah,
かしら？
fair. Then could I ask to take
い
Maria
と
with
この
you?
みんなと一緒の方が
Oh yeah, fair.
きっと安心できると思う
Yeah,
し
so
ね。
she doesn't get grief from any one of the family members. I feel much more reassured if she stays with all of you cousins. Yeah. Behind those words, she seemed to be concealing some regret. Oh, yeah, some regret that the adults, herself included, had deeply hurt Maria's feelings. Wait, I'm actually impressed. All of the other adults are actually regretting the fact that they've hurt Maria's feelings. Okay, if Hideyoshi has, of course he's going to regret that, and maybe that's going to cause Eva to... The thing is, Eva just doesn't really sound like a compassionate person whatsoever. I don't know. She sounds like the type of person to say, yeah, I've done it. I don't really care. It doesn't affect me much. Yeah, I don't know though. Yeah, they
任
probably
せてくだ
have.
さいよおばさ
They
ん。
probably have. Yeah, so get her out of their sight. Leave it to us,
何しろ
Dosa.
こっちにゃマリアをあやすことに関してはエキスパートがいるっすからね。
Yeah, after all, we do have an expert.
それは僕のことかい？
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, are you talking about me?
僕だけじゃ無理だよ。
I can do it myself.
みんなでだよ。
Yeah, I think you could. But okay.
そうだぜ。
That's right.
バトラだってあんなにもマリアと意気投合してふざけ合ってたじゃねえかよ。
Maybe. I think it's a combination of Battler and George. Battler's really good at making laughs happen, and George is just a good person with children in general, really. He would be a very good father, I think. Yeah, Battler, weren't you the one who hit it off with Maria when you were messing around earlier? As we said this, Aunt Doza smiled. Yeah, good one. Looking truly happy. That shows she does have an attachment with her daughter. And she does care about her. Even though she does lose it, which she really needs to learn to control. Yeah.
みんなありがとう。
Thank you, everyone.
私たちの話し合いはだいぶ遅くまでかかりそう。
Yeah, somehow that doesn't surprise me. It looks like our meeting will last until very late.
申し訳ないけどマリアをみんなにお願いするわ。
Yeah, so while I'm sorry to burden you like this, I'll be counting on you all to take care of Maria. Yeah.
おいマリア熟睡か？
Hey, Maria, you sound asleep.
ゲストハウスに戻るぞ。
We're going back to the guest house. Maria muttered something indistinct, rolled over, and fell back to sleep. Oh, yep. They are definitely going to have to carry her. It looked like she was sleeping deeply.
すっかり寝込んじゃったようだぜ。
Oh, God, she's really
起
out
こす
cold.
のは悪いな。
Yeah, don't.
僕が背負うよ。
Right, I'll carry her. Maria's body was much lighter than it looked. Yeah, she said it was 20 kilograms. Yeah, I lifted her up and put her on George Aniki's back. It was raining hard outside, and Aniki couldn't hold an umbrella. Oh, that's tricky, yeah, and carry Maria at the same time. Fair. It looked like Aunt Doza would come with us as far as the guest house to help her. That's good, yeah. Umbrella support. However, when she heard Uncle Kraus's voice call out to her... Oh, that's tricky. No choice but to return.
困ったわね。
Now that's a problem.
もう戻らないと。
Yeah, I have to go back now.
皆さんゲストハウスまでお戻りですか？
Now that is handy as everyone returns to the guest house. Yep. That means Rosa going is no problem. After we left the hall on the way to the entrance, the door to the servant room opened and Shannon-chan stepped out. Yeah, that's really convenient. It's going very dark, so allow me to guide you. That'd be great, Shannon-chan. Yeah, George-kun is gonna carry Maria there. Could you bring an umbrella for him? Umbrella support? Yes, certainly. Shannon-chan brought umbrellas for each of us and a flashlight to guide the way. By the way, which colours are the umbrellas? I don't think so. Damn it. Could potentially add some weight to the mystery. If they were white, definitely. As we opened the front door, the downpour was quite terrific. Yeah, definitely. It looked like we wouldn't have any spare time to take a pleasant walk and enjoy the nighttime. That is actually a shame because I'd assume it would be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Especially if they had torches. Yeah, that is a shame.
Aniki,
is she too heavy? Yeah, definitely. He definitely can. It's okay. Yeah, I can at least carry Maria-chan. Yeah, I'm truly grateful. Please take care of Maria. Sure, you got it. Suppose so, yeah, then I guess this is a good night, Aunt Rosa. Then I will see them over there and return here. Yeah. Yes, please. Aunt Rosa watched us leave. Maria. I'm sorry for everything. Yeah! Rosa's mum. Yeah, and I think that's a really quite good. You can link this to what's actually happened. What she may be sorry, no matter how sorry she. To be fair, what's done is done. Basically, there's no changing it, and there's no changing the, scarring it will have on Maria. Let's be honest here. But at the same time, she can still make this up in her future acts. But she can't ever take back what's been done, and it's I suppose her feelings of sympathy at the moment, they are as pointless as words that will disappear in the rain. Really, it's disappeared because of the rain and the massive sound it makes. And Rosa's mumbling voice didn't reach the person in question, nor any other kids, but it disappeared beneath the sound of the rain. God, you can just really see from how much the rain overlays this. Fucking hell. There is so much of it. After cutting through the rainy rose garden, we arrived at the guest house. Yeah, nice one. Oh, if only I'd apply. I suppose it's a workout. If only I'd apply for the position of Maria carrier. I love that he can just say this while Shannon is right next to them. It's a little bit weird. Then I would have gotten a chance to have that. He literally never saw Shannon there. Yeah, but to be fair, when Battler asked if it was enduring, if he had to endure anything, he didn't exactly bail out. Oh God! Oh, that's awkward. I thought that if I didn't walk like this, George somehow would get all wet. I'm actually quite surprised that they didn't make a joke about obligatory. Come on, quit babbling and go it. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, obviously they're having a joke about, yeah, that. But still, they probably should, like, go in before they get totally drenched. After being urged on by Jessica, we folded up our umbrellas and went into the guest house. Has anyone got their clothes wet? Oh, that's convenient. She's so selfless, but she has to, it's her job, to be fair, but still. Yeah, you don't need to worry about us that much. Thanks, Shannon-chan.
そうだ。
Oh, that's right.
僕たちはこれからトランプでもして少し遊ばないかって話なんだけど。よかったら
Oh, that's gonna be interesting
少し
to read.
一緒しないかい？
We're planning to play cards or something. Would you care to join us for a bit? Huh? You had the night shift on today's schedule.
親族会議中は特別シフトになってたと思いました。
I believe we had a special schedule during the family
少
conference.
し変更も出てるみたいなので、ちょっと確認してきます。
Yeah, fair. And also, I think a few alterations have been made, so I will go and check. Yeah, fair actually. But yeah, that's understandable. So I'm assuming she doesn't normally work nights. Hmm.
ああ、わざわざ屋敷に戻らないとわからないんなら無理に。
Oh, that's nice, yeah. Wait, if you have to go all the way back to the mansion to find out, don't force yourself. Yeah.
大丈夫です。
Oh, that's alright.
ゲストハウスの使用人室でわかりますので。
Yeah, that's convenient. I can find out from the servant room in this guest house.
ちょっと失礼しますね。
Please excuse me for a short while. God, they have so many servant rooms. Xiaolong-chan gave a quick bow and went to the guest house servant room. The rest of us headed for the cousin's room and decided to put Maria to bed for the time being. Yeah, Maria was sleeping very deeply and there was absolutely no sign of her eyes opening. Yep, that's actually really quite surprising. The fact that she could be carried and yet not wake up whatsoever. It really does prove that. For now, we'd get some soft drinks out of the room's refrigerator. So they just have a refrigerator with soft drinks in. Lucky. And drink those while playing cards or something. Yeah. Sounds like they don't have much going on. There's a knocking, it looks like. Oh, Kanon's there. Oh,
カノン君？
Kanon-kun.
源氏様までこちらに。
Oh, why are they there? You've got to be kidding me. Has something happened with the servant? That actually makes no sense. Why is Genji there? Oh, Kanon-kun. And you're here too,
今夜の
Genji-sama.
シフトはどうなっているのでしょうか。
Yeah, what has happened with tonight's shift?
クラウス様の命令があってね。
Kraus-sama has given
シ
an
フトの
order.
大掛かりな変更があったんだよ。
He made some sizable changes to the shift schedule so that no servants can hear in on the discussion. Well, what are they going to do? Interesting, that. I'm actually quite surprised that Kraus can change the schedules.
ゴーダがお屋敷の深夜勤に変更になった。
Gorda-san now has the night shift at the mansion.
シャノンとカノンはゲストハウスの深夜勤。
Shannon and Kanon now have the night shift in the guest house. Oh, now that is very
私と熊沢
interesting.
はゲストハウス
Yep, that fully makes sense. Fully makes sense. Gorda is the only one that doesn't have any connection with Kinzo that is in there and that could potentially, you know, make, what's his name's life harder? Kraus's life harder. That's, you know, that's logical if you ask me. I don't fully know if Gorda... No, Gorda's just the chef. He doesn't really have much significance apart from that, I suppose.
お前も今夜はこのままこちらに留まるよう。
Oh, interesting.
電話があった。
That is actually really quite interesting. Who made the phone call? And who knew, apart from them, that they were leaving? Weird. Just now a phone call came saying that once you arrived, you were also to remain here for the rest of the night. Oh wait, no, Shannon even. Yeah. That is odd. Huh?
ずいぶん大掛かりな変更です
Yeah,
ね。
definitely. That certainly is a
お
sizable
屋
change.
敷とゲストハウスの当番がまるっきり逆になってるじゃないですか。
Yeah, that is really odd, yeah. The shifts at the guest house and the mansion have been completely reversed, haven't they? Originally, Shannon and Kanon had been assigned the night shift in the mansion, while the night shift in the guest house, where all of the relatives were staying, yeah, had been assigned to Gorda, who had an abundance of experience in entertaining. Well, it definitely shows that this night is not going to be very happy and entertaining. Kumasawa should have been sleeping at the guest house, while Genji should have been sleeping in the mansion. Yeah, but it's totally reversed. However, it seems that Kraus had suddenly ordered that the schedule be modified. The shifts at the guest house and the mansion had all been reversed. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And Genji was spending the night in the guest house. Yeah. Agreed, yeah. And also, come on. It's probably because of Beatrice-sama's letter. Yeah, it is interesting, that. Very scummy, but also smart play. Inconvenience everyone at your expense. And obviously make it so that nobody knows that they're being inconvenienced. Well, probably.
あんな怪しげな手紙が現れたら、クラウス様が僕たちを疑うのは当然だからね。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. After such a mysterious letter appeared, it was only natural that Kraus-sama would suspect one of us.
親方様直属の僕たちを。
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
親族会議の席から遠ざけたかったんだろうよ。
Yeah, definitely, because they have actually been leaking information to him. We served directly under the master, so Kraus-sama tried as best as he could to keep us far away from the family conference. That is good, yeah. Yeah, and Gordai isn't going to spy or anything. He doesn't have any reason to. And Genji, Shannon, and Kanon were all permitted to wear the Ushinomiya family. Oh, damn. That's actually really quite surprising. We're all permitted to wear the Ushinomiya family crest. The one-winged eagle as the servants who served directly under Kinzo. Of course, since they were working for the Ushinomiya family, they had to obey anyone's orders. Yeah, fair, but their only boss was Kinzo. Since only Kinzo held the right to employ them, even Kraus could not have... Yeah, fair. Could not have them dismissed of his own accord. Yeah, so... Kraus is abusing his authority. Because of this, Kraus and the others were often viewed as servants. Viewed these servants as Kinzo's underlings and shunned them. And in fact, Kinzo seldom let anyone other than them enter his study. Yeah, this sudden shift change was probably a clear expression of the sense of mistrust that had come. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be really quite fatal for Kinzo. On his most important night, he won't have the messengers, as it were, reporting to him what's happening. That's actually really quite interesting. So he's just viewing, I don't know, these people as, I suppose, minions of Kinzo. And as a result of that, they have so little respect, because they obviously respect their father really quite in really quite a small way. And yeah, I do find it interesting that this has resulted in total mistrust, and it's fair, yeah. So this is where it stemmed from, I'm assuming. Considering the time Kinzo had left to live, this would definitely be the last family conference before the problem of inheritance came up. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, on top of that, the mysterious letter that claimed to be from Beatrice had dropped in out of the blue. Yeah. Kraus definitely wanted to keep Kinzo's loyal subjects away from the table with such a delicate and important discussion. Fair enough. If you would excuse me, I will go rest. Yeah, if anything happens, call me immediately. Guess tonight is a special case after all.
はい、かしこまりました。源氏様。
What? Genji nodded back, went behind a screen, took off his jacket, slowly began to relax after a day's worth of tension. Fair enough. What the genuine fuck? Wild theory. These people know of Beatrice's existence and they have hidden it. Well, of course, they know that Kinzo has actually, you know, idolised Beatrice being there, but I didn't realise that they are keeping her in company or keeping her maintained. Could these people be behind the mysterious whereabouts of a potential either 18th or 19th person? Either they're housing Beatrice, or maybe they're not, or maybe they are housing a potentially suspicious 18th person. Who knows? That is weird. Yeah, the ones who just returned now, were they the children? Yes. Yeah, the other relatives are having a conference in the mansion. Yeah, it looked like it would drag on for quite some time. Definitely, yeah. Then we've got it easy. Yeah, fair. Then we've got it easy. It's already this late and there's this weather. Yeah, I agree. The rest of the relatives will probably spend the night in their rooms in the mansion. Yes, probably. I'm only saying this because Genji-sama isn't around. Oh yeah, no work, I suppose. Especially in the most stressful occasion. Yeah. Oh? Why's that? Yeah. God, that's horrible. It's really sad that Natsuhi is a bully as well. It's not surprising with Eva, but it is kind of surprising with Natsuhi. Yeah, why's that? Because you can stay away from Madam and Eva-sama, those bullies? Or do you have another reason? Well, it's that, but also probably another one. I don't know, though. It's so unpleasant what they're talking about as well. It's not as though I have another reason. Why is she getting so defensive over that? That's odd. But I suppose it's just intimidation, really. Yeah, then let's do our best together with our night shift. Yeah. I wonder if she'll be allowed to do it. Just now I was asked to go to the children's room and play with them. Shannon hung her head apologetically, gazing at Konon uncertainly. Konon didn't try to meet her eyes, and spoke curtly as he sighed. It looked like he didn't plan on indulging his sister. You can't. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you were assigned to the night shift. god. Besides which, it isn't necessary for furniture like us to respond to an invitation to it. It's unbelievable. You understand, right? I just really wonder what the stem of this furniture attitude is. I really do. Because it's horrible. It's evil. It's total dehumanization. Yes, I do understand. Yeah, that is tricky. That really, really is tricky. Like, it's just really quite shocking, their work ethic. Like, but I suppose they have been assigned a night shift. They can't just do this. But still, nothing's happening in the night shift. They could sneakily try to just play a little bit of cards. That's what I'd do. But, and then obviously make up an excuse if anybody comes along. Or they could maybe just work. But to be fair, if it was my job and if it was as important to me as it is for these people, then yeah, I'll probably do the same. Someone's shoulders droop slightly. She had already expected that canon stickler for oh yeah, fair. Who would say something like that? But she still seemed a little discouraged. Maybe it's just the reason why he follows the rules, because he's furniture. He doesn't even see himself as one that is human and that has emotions and can engage in human activity, really. As Kanon flipped through a logbook, he spoke without facing Shannon. That means the children will be waiting for you. Yeah. You'll have to apologise and tell them you have the night shift and won't be able to stay with them. Go and come back. God. That is brutal. No, go apologise and come back. Shannon hurriedly stood from her seat before her brother's mood could change, and yeah, fair enough, yeah, and flew out of the 7th room after giving a quick bow. As he watched her go, Kanon took a single deep breath. Genji's voice came from beyond the screen. Kanon. Oh. That's nice. I just found it really quite funny what Shannon was saying about, you know, being happy. Well, the stuff that she didn't want Genji to hear. I will be here so you can go to Genji-sama. Yeah, it does sound kind of unnecessary. Shannon was the only one cool. Oh, yeah, I suppose that is kind of sad as well, the fact that he is not invited to anything. I mean, he couldn't have been invited to this, but maybe he's just been really excluded and that's stemmed his attitude for this. I don't know. I'm really interested in the background behind Shannon and Kanon. Yeah, that's only because you were not there at the time. Yeah, if you had been, you would have been, if you had been, you would have been invited as well. Yeah, it's good to play as a child from time to time. God damn, no, such a thing is not necessary for me. Human children may have a need to play. Is that so? Nesan is also furniture. Even if she pretends to be a person, it will only hurt her later. I understand that, so I try. That's horrible. So I try not to get close to people either. Interesting that. Genji did not say anything after that. After a while, he stood up and used a pot of hot water to make powdered cocoa, serving some to Kanon as well. Nice one. Sounds nice. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's good what Genji's saying, but I'm just so surprised. But the thing is, I think he probably just knows that it's impossible to change him. So, yeah, he's going to give up instead of actually trying. I feel so bad. I mean, it's horrible. It's unbelievable to think that this, you know, Kanon, a human being, is just thinking as if he is just there to serve. He can't engage in any fun, any remotely happy or normal times that he should be going through. Let's be honest here. She pretends to be a person. God. Maybe it's because of bullying they've had as servants. Especially because of, for example, a lot of people viewing them as Kinzo's, you know, minions. A lot of people really disliking them as a result. Wonder what's going to be next. Kinzo's scene, bet. Damn it! Shit, I got it wrong. Bastard's baby raging. I had no clue. Dumbass, you're too loud. Oh my god, seriously? He was so loud though. Brother was so surprised that he yelled obnoxiously and scattered his cards everywhere. Oh. Oh, that's impressive. She definitely sounds like a sleeper. Holy fuck. His voice caused Maria to turn over once, but she soon fell back into a deep sleep. Jessica gave him a jab and he lowered his voice. Still, seriously, now that you mention it, they really did have that kind of atmosphere, didn't they? So George and Yuki is... George couldn't be seen anywhere in the room. Oh. Oh, the embarrassment. A short while ago, when Shannon came into the room, George suddenly said that he'd forgotten something in the mansion and needed to go back and get it. Oh. Right, Shannon said she would guide him, just like she had on the way to the guest house. Yeah, and the two of them departed together. Right. Oh my god! Oh, now I can imagine why that would be embarrassing as fuck. So they may be in a little bit of a relationship, or maybe the beginnings of one, who knows. Well, there's actually been signs of it for a while now. You know, questions about hobbies and favourite things. Yeah, I always thought it was a bit too much for a passing interest. And look what's happened. Oh, that is embarrassing.
So yeah, 昔から上司の兄貴はシャノンちゃんにやたらと優しかった気がするぜ。
Yeah, I see what it means. Come to think of it, I get the feeling that George Anyuki's always been overly nice to Shannon.
なるほどな。
It's with love in mind. What are we seeing now? Ooh. So it's them walking. I'm assuming they're on a little bit of a, I don't really want to say date, but visit to somewhere, some sort of weird shelter. Oh, according to the weather report, it looks like it will be it's worse tonight. Yep, it also seems it will last all day tomorrow, though it should get a little better. Really? Yeah, definitely. Then maybe the boat won't arrive until the day after tomorrow. Oh god, yeah, it may. Yeah, I hope that doesn't interfere with your work on Monday. Oh yeah, they backed out of their schedules, didn't they? I think Hideyoshi did that as well. I already knew that the typhoon would be coming beforehand.
万一に備えて月曜日には予定を入れなかったから大丈夫さ。
Yeah, that's good. Just in case I made sure I didn't have any plans for Monday, so it's okay.
こう見えてもスケジュールは先読みできるタイプなんだ。
Yeah, fair. I may not look it, but I really am the type who can plan ahead in his schedule. No, he does look clever, yeah. Yeah, George puffed out his chest, acting proud. Compared to the calm atmosphere George always had as the oldest cousin. He now amusingly looked like a little kid. Shannon chuckled at this abrupt contrast. Yeah, fair.
さすが。やがては会社を起こされる方はしっかりしていますね。
We have a very dreamy part of... We have a very dreamy song now. I wonder why. Oh, this goes beautifully with the rain sound effect. Oh, I like this. Yeah, fair.
やっぱり会社を起こすというのは大変
Agreed,
だ
yeah.
ね。
Well, making a company prosper is
お金
really
と
a
かそうい
tough
うのだ
job.
けじゃないものがと
Money
ても
isn't the
大事
only
だっ
thing
て
that's important.
父さんのところで勉強していてわかるよ。
I know that well when studying under my father. Yeah, fair.
会社を起こすということは城を持ち部下を率いるということ。うちの父さんは
Didn't mean to.
秀吉って名前だけあって戦国武将のエピソードがとても好きでね。
Making a company prosper is like owning a castle and leading your subordinates. Yeah. So I suppose you own so much in terms of land. You need to guide the people that are using your land to deliver service to the customers correctly, really. My dad really loves reading about great leaders during the warning periods of Japan. Oh! oh, I thought it said warning. Oh, right. During the warring periods of Japan. Right, interesting. A hobby that's probably influenced by the fact that he shares Hideyoshi Totomi's name. Oh, who is Toyotomi? Oh, he's a samurai. Japanese military leader. 16th century, it looks like. Looks like he became the ruler of Japan by avenging somebody's death. Hmm.
会社経営の哲学をよくそこから語るんだ。
Oh, that's interesting. Most of his philosophy on managing business comes from talking about them.
知ってるかい？
Did you know?
戦国最強の騎馬軍団と恐れられた武田信玄も最初は部下たちの結束がバラバラで統率力をまるで発揮できなかったんだそうだよ。
God damn. Shingen Takeda. Shingen Takeda, who was feared as the leader of the strongest cavalry corps in the warring periods, started out with his troops in complete disarray and didn't have the kind of strong leadership necessary to utilise them well. God, so while the wars were actually progressing, he learned that leadership so much so that he could become one of the strongest commanders. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely absurd. Wow. God damn. Just struggling to imagine how that's possible. love this song. It's so sweet.
そうなんですか？
Is that true?
なんだか意外ですね。
It's a little unexpected. I know.
信玄
Seriously.
は部下たちを結束させるため数々のリーダーシッ
Oh,
プ
so
を
it
発揮
was
してるんだ
via.
よ。
Oh, in order to unite his troops, Shingen showed its excellent leadership in many ways.
戦場で武功を立てた部下に対しすぐその場で褒章を与えたり、
For example, when a soldier succeeded well in battle, he would immediately honor them
普
with a
通
medal.
こういうのは戦が終わってからまとめてやるものだからね。
Normally, that kind of thing was put off until after the war, and they were all awarded at
そ
once.
れを戦場の本陣の中にいながら
Oh,
まめ
he
にやり
continued
続
this
け、
diligently while on the field of battle.
部下の武功を素早く評価しやる気につなげたというのは
That's really good.
非常に大きいことだよ。
Yeah, so I suppose this is related to the fact that you motivate your workers and they do well. They really do. That's absurd though. I mean, that really just shows that motivation totally pays off. I mean, these people were some of the... I mean, these people literally had the strongest, cavalry in the country. It's ridiculous. Continued this diligently while on the field of battle and immediately showing his appreciation for his troops' military exploits motivated them in an extremely significant
それ
fashion.
から部下が病気で伏せった時には誰よりも早く駆けつけお見舞いをしたとかね。
Oh, that's so... Wow. Surprisingly, he's actually allowed to do that, but still... Well, so not allowed, but able. But still, though, that's really nice. It really is quite sweet. So, also, whenever one of his troops was brought down by an illness, he would be the first one to rush up to them and care for them.
武田
And
信
so
玄
on.
は戦国最強の騎馬軍団を率いただけじゃない。
Shingen Takeda wasn't just the man who led the strongest cavalry corps in the warring period.
戦国一の部下思いの
Yeah,
人だったんだよ。
definitely. Yeah. He was also the person who cared the most for his troops throughout the warring period.
そんな方だから部下の皆さんもついてきてくれたんですね。
Yeah, because he was that kind of person. All of his troops went along with him. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, the truth was, Shannon had already heard the story several years ago. It must have been significant if she remembers it. But whenever a discussion of his father led to this sort of topic, George would always glow and look like he was having a great time. That's really nice. It shows that not only a really good relationship, but shows that, you know, he really admires him. And shows that's obviously evident in his career path. He's literally going under his footsteps, really. That's really quite nice. So Shannon just smiled without interrupting, urging him to continue. Fair enough.
確かに
yeah.
資本主義の世界ではお金は力で石垣の高さでもある。
Of course, in a capitalist world, yeah, money determines both your strength and the height of your fortifications. Fair.
でもね、戦も城も自分
No,
一
you
人
need
じゃ
other
成り
people.
立たない。
But you can't build a castle that succeed in war by yourself.
大勢の部下に支えられ、その力を借りて初めて成立するものなんだよ。
Such things can only be accomplished with the support of many subordinates, by borrowing their strength.
それを理解
It's
して
like
か
a
ら
company.
父さんの背中を見ると自分がいかに未熟で
After understanding this, when I look at my father's back, I realize how immature
父
I
さん
am.
がどれほどの切磋琢磨をして今日を築き上げてきたかが
Oh yeah,
よく
yeah,
わかるんだ。
definitely. I completely see how much competition he had to overcome before building all he has up now.
ジョージ様はお父様のことを
Agreed, yeah.
とても尊敬されているんです。
What about his mother, I wonder? George-sama, you truly look up to your father. I'm jealous. Oh god. Yeah, maybe. I really do wonder what's actually happened with her and her parental situation. I really do. It is a bit of a mystery so far. Yeah, fair. You can't build a company by yourself, you need to have the strength of so many people. And they need to unite, because if they don't, then it's not going to work whatsoever. You're going to get much better results if you unite than if you don't.
あ、ごめん。別にそういう意味で言ったんじゃないんだよ。
Sorry, that's not how I meant it.
すみません。私も別にそういう意味で言ったつもりは。
Oh god, that is quite awkward. I'm sorry, that's not how I meant it either. Oh, yeah. The two of them awkwardly looked at their feet. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Shannon had no parents. Now that all makes sense. Yeah, she had been brought up. That's horrible, Jesus Christ. She had been brought up in an orphanage owned by Kinzo called the Hukuin House. Weird reading, but okay. Under the guises of Kinzo, their honorary director, the orphanage offered members who excelled a chance for on-the-job serving experience. If their efforts met with Kinzo's approval, they'd be able to leave the orphanage and work as servants with the Ushinomiya family. Now that is interesting, that definitely explains why there is a really odd connection between Kinzo and the servants, because he is the one who goes through the hiring process and tests them. Yeah, this is considered to be the highest honour for those who lived in the orphanage. God, don't tell me that Kanon also lives in the orphanage. Oh yeah, that is interesting. Oh no, so Kanon is as well. Servants from the Hukuin house all took names with the character on in them while they said, yeah. It's interesting, so we just... They offer members who have a chance and then they're fully made. They make something of their life, really. So Shannon wasn't her real name. Yeah. By the way. So Shannon wasn't her real name. The same went for Kanon. Yeah. I wonder what their real names were. All the members of the Hukuin house were off. Yeah. At least they were all people who had been separated from their parents under special circumstances. Oh god, yeah. Because of this, the orphans have been taught to think of each other as their only family. Yeah, fair. That's why it seems so natural for both of them. To both of them when Kanon calls Shannon his sister. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, they basically. I mean, they're not biologically related, but you don't have to be biologically related to feel as if you have a bond so close to each other that it may be similar to a family-like bond. And while both Shannon and Kanon were working in the mansion today. Oh! There were several other... I'm actually really surprised about this. Damn! There were several other servants possessing the On character in their names, like Manon and Lemon. There's a weird reading. Koi and On. Obviously changes when you put the you put it next to another kanji, but yeah, who often work in a rotation schedule. Oh right. However, there were not many servants who stayed with the Ushinomiya family for long. Yeah, so why did they stay for so long? It was standard for them to quit after 3 years. So you could probably say that Shannon, who'd been working 10 years, was a notable exception. Yeah, definitely. Working as a servant for the Ushinomiya family was a heavy burden to bear, but the pay wasn't bad at all. Yeah, someone doesn't surprise me. Yeah, working for a full 3 years would earn more than what was needed to enter mainstream society. Jesus Christ. Wow. Oh yeah, definitely, because you could work and you could be set for life. Oh my god. That was right, even though the orphans realised what a harsh task working for the Ushinomiya family was, they still hoped to be accepted. Yeah, definitely. It must be really quite competitive. Maybe the fact that Shannon managed to continue working for this for 10 years wasn't because she had more willpower than the other servants. That is interesting. It wouldn't be surprising because of the fact that You know, she is really quite shy. She does find stuff like that hard. Maybe she'd gotten stuck away for 10 years because she didn't have the courage to say she wanted to go. That would be horrible. Yeah, Kinzo couldn't even trust his own blood relative. Yeah. And those excellent servants sent from the Fukuin house were the only ones he could find. Fair. That'd be horrible. Because of that, Kinzo would sometimes allow them to wear the family crest as servants under his direct control and have them work close to him. That is interesting. Who is the special guest, by the way?
そのもう勤めて10年近くになるんだっけ
Ridiculous. You've been working here for almost 10 years now,
だい
right?
ぶお金も貯まったんじゃない
God,
かい
definitely, she must. She could buy a house, maybe.
どうでしょう。
I wonder.
別に私買いたいものも特にありませんし、
It's not like there's anything in particular I'd
ほ
like
ん
to
の
buy.
何百万かあったって
God, that
そ
is...
れで残りの人生を過ごせるわけ
That
も
is
あ
a
り
lot,
ま
but
せん
it's
し
still a good start. After all, a few million yen isn't enough to live off for the rest of your life.
目標の額があってお勤めを続けてるわけじゃないのかい
Yeah, so the reason you've been working here all this time wasn't to hit some targets, son. I wonder why she did. Is it just because of that reason?
そうですね。
Yes, that's right.
私はこのお屋敷以外に行くあてもありませんし。
Yeah, that's horrible. So, I mean, she likes it here. At least she has a place she can depend on, I suppose. Yeah, it's just sad that it really is. I have nowhere to go outside this
お
mansion.
嬢様とも他の使用人の子たちとも仲良くやれてますし。
I've been getting along well with my lady and the other young
奥
servants.
様には時折お叱りを受けますけど、バラの世話やお屋敷のお掃除も楽しい
It's
で
good
す
that
し。
she's happy. I mean, the fact that she's in an orphanage, she has every likelihood of not being happy, and yet she is. It's brilliant. Life has treated her so awfully, and yet she's been able to find, enjoyment out of it. It's good. It really is good. Yeah.
でもそれはシャノンちゃんの
Yeah, no. I think that's a good thing to say. Yeah, but that can't be your entire life, someone, child.
サヨちゃんの人生じゃない
Yeah, funny that he knows that. No, Sayo-chan. God, you know that isn't. You know that it's just weird when you hear your real name and then you're alerted. You feel alert. Shannon cast her eyes downward when she learned her real name. Yeah, when she heard her real name. She understood what George was trying to say and felt so. Yeah, it really, really hits. Yeah.
僕は成人し社会人になってからも勉強して分かったことがある
Something I've learned as I continue to study even after becoming an adult and a full-fledged member of
子
society.
供の頃僕らが思っていたほど人生は単調で短くないんだ
Yeah, a human's life is not as monotonous or short as we thought when we were kids. All school-aged kids have certain fears that they can't shake. Oh yeah, fair. They wonder whether they'll live for the rest of their lives as sleepy. It's like live the rest of their lives like sleepy classes after a monotonous and boring school day. Spending their time in carefree laziness without anything interesting happening until it's all over. However, life's only like that for underage students. Compared to a human's life, the time they spend as students is nothing more than the blink of an eye. Oh yeah, so you relate this to Shannon and yeah. A period where they break through the shells of their maturity. The inside of that shell might be a hot, suffocating and boring world, but the world beyond that shell is vast and filled with luminous possibility. Yeah, definitely. I really like this.
君の人生はまだシャノンという殻の中でしかない。
Yeah, so far your life has been trapped inside this shell called
君は
Shannon.
自分の人生がこの生活のままずっと続いていくと勘違い
Definitely,
してるんじゃないかな。
yeah. I think you're under the mistaken impression that your life will continue like this forever. That's... Someone couldn't deny those words. Yeah! She'd been unable to harbour any clear doubts about her lifestyle. And since she never had any hope or goals for changing herself, she lazily continued living the way she always had. That's actually really quite interesting. I mean, yeah. And if asked whether this life was satisfying, she wouldn't have been able to not... Yeah... She may have been intentionally averting her eyes from the truth. Without George's admonishments, she would have continued pretending not to notice her real life slipped away bit by bit, neglected. Yeah, I do find that really quite interesting. So she's just constantly wasting, well, not really wasting her time, but she is just living her life not to the fullest really, and she's, well, I suppose she's really not exploring the world and not exploring the infinite possibilities that it actually has. That is interesting. I kind of feel like that with my life, especially when my exams are over and everything becomes that little more interesting with my studying stuff.
George 様。
George 様。
私は
Is it...
このままでいてはいけないのでしょうか。
To be honest, I think even though she finds it really quite nice, it's a tricky one. She finds it nice, she enjoys her life here, but at the same time she's not satisfied with it. She wants to explore more and she wants to... Well, she never really realised it until now, but yeah. I think it is.
いけないよ。
Yeah, I love that he just straight up says it. Yeah, it is.
あ、それから今、ルール違反が一つあったね。
Oh, by the way, didn't you break one of our rules just now? George immediately gave a strict answer. Yeah, definitely, and then broke out into a mischievous smile. Oh, is it? Someone already knew what she was being chided for, and she hung her head again, but apparently embarrassed. Oh.
僕たちしかいないときは、様はなしの約束だよ。
Oh, right. Oh, didn't you promise not to use summer when the two of us are alone?
約束では聞けません。
I couldn't obey that as a
で
promise.
すが、ご命令でしたら聞かないわけにはいきません。
Yeah, I do find it really quite interesting that constantly being made to serve under people, it really... This is how it changes them. But if it was an order, I'd have to obey it. Yeah, that's poisonous. I really hope George does something about that. Then it's an order. Yeah. Yes. Certainly. George-san. Yeah, someone hung her head. Her face red. She said George's name again, and this time following it with son. Yeah, that's fine, Sayo-chan. Yeah, they definitely have a thing for each other. Oh, it's a really nice conversation they're having. George, smiled at Shannon. No, Sayo. Yeah, to protect a small act of bravery. Yeah! It's interesting that just calling somebody differently, referring to them differently, is an act of bravery, but it's interesting with a servant, like you have a respect that is so ingrained into you that even with friends you can't avert it. It is odd. This short exchange alone made it clear how far back their relationship must have shown. Oh yeah, maybe all their lives. Well, for the last 10 years at least. For a long while, the two talked as if the weather raging about them didn't even enter their thought. Yeah, seriously, that's awesome. It's all about the memories they'd built during their relationship, and that nobody else knew about. Well, I think people were speculating. Every once in a while, a flash of lightning would attempt to interrupt them. Bruh. But this could sully neither the roses nor the time they spent blessing each. Oh God. Awkward beyond words. What's happening now? That's right. I have something I wanted to show. Oh. Oh, I love that. Right, I've just got to see like how long this is because I really need to get to bed soon. Yeah, that's why. It's a school night tomorrow. Right, I'm just gonna... Oh, okay, we don't really have much left. Convenient. Sorry about that, I just needed to check. Ooh, it looks like we have some interesting things here. No, piss off. Right. I don't care that Shannon entered the mansion hall. Right, what's gonna happen here? I love that George is just the only character on both of those saves. George really taking the saving credit. That's right. I have something I wanted to show you. What is it? What could it be? George, who had been speaking eloquently, suddenly started to stutter. Watching him, Shannon seemed to guess something. George timidly searched through his pocket. Something got caught in the depths of his pocket. So it's small, it's in his pocket. He's stuttering about it. I wonder what it is. Something got caught in the depths of his pocket. And just like the stuttering George, it took a little while to get it out. Yep, you can see somebody as confident, as sweet, and as sweet as George, you know, finding it really quite difficult to do this. It definitely shows that, yeah, this is an awkward moment. What is it going to be? There's a very small box. Oh my god! A small box covered in a deep blue velvet. That peculiar shape was enough to tell anyone what was resting inside. Oh my god. Shannon had prepared her heart somewhat, certain beforehand that this was what he had been planning. Oh wow. Oh yeah, fair, but even so, when she actually saw it, she couldn't avoid blushing once more. Yeah. No matter how much you're prepared for it, until you see the situation with your own eyes, you are not going to be convinced. George opened the small box and held it out for Shannon to take.
これを君に受け取ってほしいんだ。
このような高価なものは
Oh, you should. I couldn't accept something so valuable.
受け取れない。
You can't take it? Oh my god. Oh, I love this music. This music is brilliant. Oh my god, I really wonder. Oh, I can't believe it. This is so good. The fact that he has finally had the wits to say, I love you. No. No.
私には
Unworthy
過ぎていて
of such a thing.
さよ。
Sayo.
これはお願いじゃない。
Yeah, good one. God, that's horrible that she thinks this low of herself. Sayo, this isn't a request.
命令だよ。
It's an order.
この指輪を受け取って。
Take this ring.
ね。
Okay.
命令では
If it's an order,
従わなくてはなりません。
cannot disobey.
そうだね。
Well, it's good that this is being used for a good context and not, you know, a manipulative one. Yeah, that's
い
right.
い子だよ。
Well done. Yeah. Oh wow, this is a sweet image. Oh my god, is that the... Yeah, that's the box. Shannon not wanting to show... This is a really quite nice CG. Shannon not wanting to show her bright red face, timidly accepted the ring from George's hand while still staring at the... Yeah, fair. That ring wasn't a simple accessory. Oh my god, no way. Yeah. It was a noble object, meant since ancient times to be offered to a special woman under special circumstances. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, therefore, while George could order her to take it, he could not order anything beyond that. No, you don't have to have an order. Act of your own intuition, please. Yeah, acting beyond that would depend not on an order, but on Shannon, no, Sayo's own will.
だから、
Yeah.
ここからはもう命令じゃない。
Yeah, I like that. Make your own wills. Don't act under orders. Well, act under orders when you have to, but don't be ruled by them. Yeah, so from here on, I'm not ordering you
さ
anymore.
よ。
Sayo.
明日までに言葉でない形で
I
返
want
事
you
が
to give
も
me
らいたい。
your answer by tomorrow without using words.
わかるね。
Do you understand? Yep. I think everyone does. That's really nice. He really is going to change her, I believe. How should I?
どうすれば
Fair enough, actually,
もう
yeah.
これ以上は命令じゃないから、僕は君に命令はしない。
I won't order you anymore, so this isn't an order.
でも、指輪は指にする
Oh
もの
yes,
だ
put
か
it
ら
on
ね
your finger if you like it, but if you don't bother. But a ring is something you put on your finger after
気
all.
に入ってくれたなら、好きな指につけてくれればいい。
If you like it, you can put it on any finger you choose. Oh, that's really nice. Shannon had only pretended not to know. Yeah, she already understood what he wanted her to do. Yep. She's probably just dumbfounded. She wants to hear it from him before she can totally believe it. George is such a nice person. He really is just so, so kind. But she was standing at a huge crossroads of... Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Look at how late it's gotten. Yeah, they probably should. Yeah, let's call it a day. The total crossroads of her life. Because does she continue this servant job and go in the limited confinement of the island, or does she reach out and, you know, explore life's endless possibilities, really? George turned away from Shannon, acting just a bit bluntly. I can probably order you to wear it on your left hand. You might be timid and dependent enough to actually obey that kind of order. Yeah, definitely. I mean, for example, with the wedding ring, she had the will, absolutely. But the thing is, she just didn't really have the courage to display it. But I want at least this last step to be done by your annual sale. Understand? Yeah. Oh, nice one. My god, that must be so embarrassing for her. Oh, but still, it's good. So that's my order. Your order to do thing of your own. Oh yeah, nice. Yes, a lot is going to be on her mind. I want you to think about it well tonight and show me your answer tomorrow. Someone nodded back. Today was the culmination of their many days spent together. Yeah! This moment clearly hadn't come as a surprise to Shannon. I'm surprised. Yeah, we should be getting back to the guest house soon. We'll expose their little act. If we take any longer, we'll make everyone worried about us. I so hope she can live her life. She deserves it. She really does. Oh. Oh, what's happening? I'm sorry, Oh god, either she has something to do at the mansion, or maybe it's just a little bit too awkward. I just remembered I had something to do at the mansion, so... Oh, that's awkward, I have to go back to the mansion. Right. At a time like that? Yeah, I know, what does she have to do? Does it have anything to do with the special guest? I really wonder what their connection to Beatrice is, by the way. I really, really do. That is if they have one. But still, George stared into Shannon's face as he laughed mischievously. Oh god, that is so embarrassing. Yeah, he definitely saw through Shannon's lie. However, when he saw how she felt... Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. He could sort of understand that she may be so embarrassed that she wants to be alone. Yeah. So because George realised the meaning behind Shannon's lie, he accepted it. Yeah, fair. Fair enough. Oh, that was sudden. Don't really get what the point of that was, but that was a slight little scene there, I suppose, to just fully wrap up everything, I suppose. Right, I'm really, really surprised that we have not seen Beatrice today. I really wonder if we're going to see her tomorrow. I so hope we are. That is, to be fair, that is if she is existing. As you can obviously tell, I am so confident that she does exist, just because of the fact that, I don't know, I'm just... confident she does exist, really. because everything adds up to it being her. Oh, that was really, really interesting today. It was really interesting seeing stuff about Natsuhi. That was good. About her relationship with her and Jessica. And also, oh my god, that stuff between Jordan and Shannon was so sweet. I mean, god, I was really quite tired. My eyes are so tired at the moment, but it was still so nice to read that. It really was. And, yeah, a lot of really interesting stuff. I like the stuff about Kirie as well. The mystery was good. Mystery was really quite interesting. It just really lets you convey a lot. It really conveys a lot. Like, are you going to look to the obvious answer that makes sense and yet it doesn't? Or are you going to look to the one that is really quite ambiguous and you're going to try and find meaning in something that you don't even know is existing? Oh, I just really wonder what's going to happen regarding that, and Kraus as well. Oh my god, that was insane about the gold. Tragic about their relationship. Not Natsumi's. No, I'm too used to that from Higurashi, but Natsuhi and, you know, Kraus's relationship. That's awful. I'm excited to learn more about it. And, yeah. Oh, it's just really quite nice to do. I'm excited for tomorrow. I hope we get to see the potential unfolding of the plot, obviously. As you can see, I am really, really excited and really impatient as well. Right, see you then. Hope you enjoyed.